news you can't rely on, riveting sports stories that go absolutely nowhere, and analysis that makes zero sense. Get up to date, slightly confused weather reports from our lead meteorologist, Jane.
The weather on Risa is absolutely beautiful.
In-depth sports coverage that misses the point entirely with our newest Delta recruit, Tom.
I don't understand how this is fun!
And the current events you can't actually rely on, assuming she doesn't hit you with the bat lift, our KDF warrior, Diane. This is your Federation Space News Network team with your anchor, Bob. What the hell? Who wrote this script? No, not you, Bob. I'm your host, Captain Spicy Pants, and you're watching the Zero to Endgame report. Jesus Christ. What's going on, everybody? I am your host, Captain Spicy Pants. Welcome. It's Tuesday night. I hope you all have had a fantastic day today. We have a lot to go over tonight, which some of it's great, some of it not so much. But we'll wait for a couple people to trickle in here. Those of you that are joining us, I appreciate you being here. You could be doing whatever else, but you decided to come spend time with me, so I appreciate that very, very much. If you're new to the channel, we do a bunch of different things over here, mostly Star Trek Online related, but sometimes we get the occasional itch to do something else. That being said, we are on Star Trek Online. We are going to be doing our character Bob this way. Oh my gosh, I know where to point. Anyways, that way, Bob, he is our free-to-play character. His goal was to start from level 1 to 65 and become elite ready. Well, Bob's almost there. Over the course of the last 11 weeks, this is week 11. Over the course of the last 11 weeks, Bob has done pretty decent for himself. We have made quite a few strides, so he's getting there. He's got a little bit more work to do, but I would suspect here in the next, month or two, it's possible that we will be ready to send Bob to a new captain. Which, yes, if you don't know, this account will be given away to somebody who would like to take over Bob's career at that point. So, anyways, what do we have to discuss tonight? Well, if y'all haven't seen it, we did get a watch list update today, and that is both exciting and scary at the same time. Couple things that got changed or going to be changed, I should say, is well, I guess, you know what? I should just pull it up. We should just pull it up here on stream and talk about it. There is a video that I made and went over it. It is on our YouTube channel, and we just posted it about an hour or two ago, so you are more than welcome to check it out there. But I will pull up the blog and we'll go over this here on stream, because there are some really interesting upcoming changes. Let's grab this. Maybe if it will pull up. No? It just works, folks. It just works. All right. We're going to try it a different way. Some reason their link is giving me a 404 error, and I don't know if it's because the blog itself or if it's just the way I had it in here, but I will just try a different method and see if that comes up. All right. Let's see. Please don't give me that 404 error again. Maybe? Awesome. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to pull this up here on stream, and then we'll just talk about it and kind of go over it real quick. And then we got some dance party stuff, some Gomtuu stuff. We're gonna, like I said, we're going to wait a second for people to trickle in, but we'll do kind of a live, quick overview of the watch list and then go from there. Who do we think we are, Todd Howard? Yeah. One can only hope. This is the news network. All right. Pull up the window capture. Should be showing, maybe. Yes. Watch list. Okay, so it's a black screen. Fantastic. Try again. There we go. Okay. So if you didn't see the cryptic live stream earlier, I'm gonna go through these. I'm gonna go through them kind of quick because there's no dark mode for this, and I'm not trying to blind everybody in the world because it's terrible that they put it on a white background like this, and I completely understand. So a couple things that are being removed from our watch list, which is great news, is the prototype phaser hexa cannons. They're not worried about them anymore. They're performing at a point that in certain groups and situations, it's going great. What's going on, you spicy? What's up, Judder? So you don't, if you have these, you don't have to worry about them. You're good to go. They're gonna look at future experimental weapons and whatnot. So, hey, that's good news. The other thing that all of us should definitely be rejoicing in is Boimler and unconventional systems are not being touched at all. They're gonna just continue adding to stuff that could benefit us for our bridge officer cooldowns and everything else. So that's, again, fantastic. We don't have to worry about it. Fleet Power Network Array, same exact deal. Only performs really well in certain situations, and if you know what you're doing with it, group content, etc., etc. So, hey, there we go. We don't need to hear the end. Yeah, I kind of covered that. I thought that was the funniest damn thing. And, like, I had a lot of fun putting that in the video. Probably way too much fun than I should have, but yeah, it's great. That slip up was hilarious. And I know it wasn't an intentional slip up. I knew what he was alluding to, but the way he worded it on stream was just, oh my goodness. Too funny. So, Fleet Power Network Array, same thing. You got it. You're good to go. Don't worry about it. This is coming off the watch list. It performs the way it's supposed to be, and I like the way that Jeremy put it was, hey, it's an MMO. Go have fun with your friends. Makes sense to me. I like that. I like this new approach that Jeremy's taking. So this is very, very cool to see. Rapid lithic formation. This is the only one that is getting a minor nerf, and we'll see how minor it is or could be big. But it's not currently nerfed. I've actually already tested it. It's still the same. I believe it's coming in the next content update is what Jeremy said, but it's not currently nerfed. It's going to be nerfed. So just keep that in mind. It is coming. They did, quote unquote, tune it down. We just don't know how much. But I think Jeremy has learned from the past that like he's not going to take a huge nerf bat to it because we're going to get to that here in a second with Plasmonic Leech. So I think he's learned from the past, like, don't just nuke it into the ground. It's still going to be viable. I just think it's getting tuned down a little bit, right? So, wait, what, Judder? You okay over there, bud? I can't even read what? Work me through that one. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Underperformers, researchers, whatever. Research in progress. There we go. That's what I meant to say. Plasmonic Leech. Every veteran player, and Jeremy was right when he called this out, every single veteran player who played originally through all the way up until the Delta Rising, like, nerf bat, where Plasmonic Leech just got nuked into the ground and neutered, will tell you that this console has suffered horribly. I mean, and Jeremy said it himself on stream. It went from S tier to F tier. So now it's coming back around to be evaluated in a better respect, I should say. Nasharu, good to see you. How are you? Welcome aboard. So yeah, we got something to look forward to. Plasmonic Leech is finally getting addressed. Subsystem targeting and secondary deflectors. Ladies and gentlemen, I am in rejoice. I am happy. You all know why I'm happy, because I am a science captain. This speaks my love language right here. All right. But this is the problem. This is a huge, huge problem. I promised you guys that I would have a beginner science video coming out here this week. Now I have to retract that promise because these two things right here are especially tied into science. And I don't want to release a video of basically saying, hey, like, secondary deflectors basically use deteriorating because everything else is worthless, when all of a sudden it's going to be looked at as now we might need to adjust adjust them, right? Now we need to adjust these other deflectors. So that video is on hiatus. Thank you, Cryptic, for doing that. I appreciate it. I'm happy because you are adjusting some of the science stuff. Same with subsystem targeting. This is fantastic. I don't think I can recall the last time I really used subsystem targeting as a science player, unless I was kind of forced into it. But there's no reason for me not to run fire at will, scatter volley, and twine tactical, right? Like there's just no reason for me to run anything else but those abilities. So now that they're looking at subsystem targeting, going, well, maybe we should kind of change this up a little bit, give you a reason to run them. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, well, then they wrecked the fire cycle in season 12, 13 and killed that console and a bunch of others. Yes, 100%. Yep. So this is speaking my love language as far as like, great, you're gonna give us science officers some new stuff, but like at the same time, you messed up my schedule, Jeremy. But I know they obviously they've been talking about this long before I even announced making a science video. I'm just making a joke about it, so please don't take that as any other way. So it's good to see that. I'm very happy to see it. I'm going to wait on that science video before I put it out there because secondary deflectors and subsystem targeting is a huge portion of science. And if I was just to go and make a video and say, okay, yeah, dump everything into EPG, which is technically what you should do anyways. But if I was to make a beginner video that said, jump everything to EPG, but we'll circle back to secondary deflectors at a later date, it would make no sense for me to do that. It would make no sense for me to do that. So I'm going to wait until they adjust that. So I'm sorry, guys. If you have science questions, just drop them in chat at any point or in Discord or anything else, and we'll just have to answer it individually for right now. Did you look at the tank I posted in the Discord? I did, Joshua. I just haven't had a chance to really dissect it with all the news that's happening today, right? So let's scroll down. Bridge officer variety, non-SRO, watcher vanguards. I think we discussed this last time on the watcher list, but once again, they're just talking about bringing other bridge officers up to par, giving you some customization options with it. You know, just kind of what we suspected was going to happen anyways, but it's good that they're just once again readdressing that. Hey, bridge officers, yeah, we get it. You know, if y'all are pretty much running SROs and watchers, and there's no reason for you to run anything else. So now they're like, okay, maybe we should give you a reason to run something else. But yes, Joshua, I did take a look at it. I will gotta play around with some of the stuff that you have on there. I like your build. I just gotta play around with some of it so I can understand it, especially from a tanking perspective. Lobi, Lobi, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong in any way whatsoever. Me personally, growing up, the way I would pronounce that would be Lobi, but I've heard it called Lobi so long that I just also call it Lobi. So I call it what you want. Lobi or Lobi, whichever way you want to call it. Hey, we're getting an update to that. That's fantastic because I think they absolutely nailed this on the head. I've sat on Lobi for years and years and years and years that I just don't ever even care to buy anything from it unless the one thing I can think I ever buy from there is like Boimler to put on another character, but that's about it. I don't need any of the ships. I don't need anything else. So I think it does need a big overhaul, and I think a lot of players feel like it needs an overhaul, and value of stuff needs to be changed in there as well. There's just not a lot of long-term value in the low-buy store, so that's good to see. The things that they didn't cover is basically what was on the watch list before. We knew about the omnidirectional pod and proton beam array. Please don't mess with it too bad, because if you do, you're going to piss off a lot of players. That's all I'm going to say about that, because of the fact that this comes from a premium pack from the Muds market. If you nuke this or neuter it so bad, you're gonna hurt your player base at that point. That's just a word of caution. Be careful what you do with that one. Same with the subspace fracture tunneling field. You did this on an event ship, also in the Muds market. You got to teeter that line a little bit carefully, right? Just be careful with that, because you don't want to hurt your players trusting you. You guys are doing fantastic. Cryptic, you're nailing it. So just be careful with these is all I'm saying. Anyways, covert warhead modules still on the list. I am very confused about why this is still on the list, because one, torp boats are in a place where they're not viable, but they're also not meta either, and they're one of those situations where they still need all the help that they can get. So having this on the list still makes no sense to me whatsoever. Even if it only affects 2 ships in the game, so to speak, right at the high end, which is basically the Kamari and the Eagle. So I don't know why it is. Maybe they'll just keep looking into it. I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. Hangar Type 7 shuttlecraft, I get it. I do. There's no better debuff pet in the game right now as far as damage resistance ratings are concerned. I understand it, but I think you all need to give us more options for this one. That's I think that's just honestly what they should do is give us more pet options or bring other pets in line to have a reason to be slotted over the top set or the type 7s or slotted with the type 7s rather. Do one of the two, right? But I don't know. I think this one needs a little bit of a little bit more, yeah. And then this last one I'm pulled on. I'm curious what you all think about this one. I'm pulled on it because this is a perfect segue. This is the end of the blog. So we're going to cut the screen off. This is the end of the blog. Just remember, we're talking about the dilithium reward changes that are coming up, okay? So I'm going to change the screen. I'm going to show you why I'm torn on it. All right, dilithium blog or dilithium rewards are being changed. That's done and over. And the reason why is they're saying that you're getting a lot of ways to earn dilithium. And yes, this is true for all of us that are veteran players. But this is the big but. We know that I'm not a newbie, but I'm on a newbie account, on a free-to-play fresh player account, right? I jump over here to Tom or any of my other characters aside from Bob, and I don't make very much dilithium, and I will never have a way to make dilithium other than, of course, just running TFOs and stuff like that. So I won't be able to stockpile dilithium. Now I could make 8,000 a day, sure, absolutely. That investment per character is a little bit of time, but it's absolutely doable. The thing is I don't have any future stockpiling. So the only way that I, on this character, if I wanted to, what am I doing here? To get extra dilithium at this current time would be to do this right here. So for newer players, I feel like this hurts them. For veteran players and everybody else throughout the game, I feel like that's fine. I get it. So I don't know where that fine line balance is. If you take this away from new players or players that are trying to earn dilithium, you got to find other ways to get them to where they can earn dilithium, because it's not as easy for players starting the game, especially players like Judder in our chat who just started on PC. If he wants to gain dilithium, one, he has to make a bunch of alts, right? Like he has to make a bunch of alts, which is obvious is what you're going to do in this game is make a bunch of alts. But then he has to run those alts through multiple things a day just to try and make that dilithium, right? And sometimes you're not allotted that kind of time. And if you're not allotted that kind of time, this is the best way to get it just quickly done and over with, right? Go do a quick event, bam, you've got your dilithium for the day. So I don't know how I feel about that one. I'm coming from a new player perspective. As a veteran, I get it. So yeah. Make a Type 7 clone for every faction. That might not be a bad idea either. Yeah, absolutely. Give the Klingons a Type 7. Give the Romulan faction a Type 7, and then they could slot them on their Romulan carriers and their KDF carriers. Yeah, I like that idea. You know, or whatever. Like, or just, I don't know. They just need to do something. Admiralty should be open at level 40. You know, when you actually become an admiral, rep should be open at level 1, and then you get all that. Yeah, that's a good option as well. Yeah, see, these are good options, and I think this kind of stuff needs to be reiterated to Cryptic as a whole, because like you're absolutely right. There are things that could help a newer player early on in their journey if they could have access to it, right? So like for instance, like Tom here, he can't go in and do reputations. He's got the event screen, old event screen reputation, which I'm surprised it never gets rid of this at lower levels. But either way, he can't go and get the dilithium from running his reps every single day, right? You get what, like 4,000 dilithium from hitting all your reps every day, if I remember, something like that. And so if you can't do that on a character like this, what is your only option? Your only option is to go out and do this right here. Go hit your daily, get your little bit of extra reward. I think it might hurt the newer player base. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like it's going to hurt the new player base, and I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I want to bridge that gap between both the veterans and the new players and see how that could happen. So, getting a lot of that rep gear early at lower marks would make leveling a lot nicer for new players as well. That's very true. That is very true. Yeah, because you imagine if they could like slot Lorcas early on instead of it being a Mark 12 Lorcas that comes out, just make it an infinity level, right? Make it, you know, just just getting all that extra shield pin and stuff like early on would help them out tremendously. Because we know, everybody knows, the early game sucks. It really does. I mean, now again, goes back to where veteran players have a little bit of an advantage because they can reclaim a bunch of items on their account, right? But shit, this is perfect. I mean, like, okay, I guess I could take any one of these, but let's go back on the top. That makes sense. Let's just go back on the top. So as y'all and myself on my main account, right? If you roll a new character, the first thing you're going through is like the C store, and you're reclaiming all your ships and everything else that you have unlocked, right? So you're reclaiming all that. Okay, cool. Then you're going into the dilithium store, and you're reclaiming whatever you have here in the dilithium store, and so forth and so on. You're just going through all your stuff to reclaim them. But as you can see, as a free-to-play player who just started the game 11 weeks ago on here, I have nothing to reclaim. So my journey is exactly the same every single time I make a new character. And by making a new character is basically going back to Bob's week 1 and 2 videos where we got absolutely slaughtered. And we're talking using drop gear, which is horrible. The drop gear on this game is absolutely just, yeah, it's, yeah, these stories. You can't look at everything is no. But like again, like these are all the things that I won't be able to reclaim on here that I would be able to reclaim on my main account, and that's just like the thing that I think Cryptic should keep in mind with all this stuff is like this should be a learning point for them because they are bringing in new players. We know this. I've had new players all the time come here into stream and say, "Hey, I just started the game a month ago, a week ago, whatever." And I'm like, cool, welcome to STO. Let's get you rolling, right? So, like, I know there's new players coming into the game. We've seen them. We've experienced it with them. And even in the fleets and the fleet chats and the discords, right? Like, they're coming out. So now is your time to really just kind of bridge that gap, Cryptic. And I hope you do. I really hope you do because you all are killing it. You're doing a great freaking job in 2026. And we were super critical of you, and we're going to be critical of you at the same time. But right now in 2026, hey, you're nailing it. So keep that gap bridged, and I think you'll be all right. All right. So that's enough of the watch list stuff. Enough of the intro to all that nonsense. Let's see. What do we get to move any dilithium? I don't think we really do. Oh, we could move this little bit of dilithium. Yeah, so we have to do like our little bits, and we haven't sold any dilithium over here. It's gonna take forever. Yes, there is, but I've already claimed it. I don't remember if I think I just grabbed it on Bob. I think it's on Bob, but yes, there is a drink on the promo tab today. I don't think it's gonna show up for me anymore. It might. Let me see. Oh, it does. Okay, yeah, I've already claimed it, but if y'all didn't grab it, it's another one of their drinks. It just gives you hit points. Take that for what you will. We'll see what the better giveaway is in 2 days. That's just the way I look at it. Every time they give us something like this, I just go, okay, 2 days later we're gonna get something a little bit better. So make sure you check back in on Thursday in the promo tab. So yeah, free to play new players don't last long at all, and that's a very good point, Judder. I think a lot of people do get discouraged early on, and I'm trying to help. At least over here on this channel, I'm trying to help get people to get right through that, right? Like just, hey, it gets better. I promise you it gets better. We'll help you along the way. Any advice we can give you and anything that we can point you in the right direction. I promise you the game does get better. And that's kind of what Bob's journey is all about, is like showing y'all from the rough end to the high end how it can be done completely free to play, and it will get better. So, but you're right. A lot of them will just kind of fall off at that point. So, I want a T5 token for ship skins. There's a couple couple ship skins I could do. Actually, Bob could definitely use them, and hell, it'd be a free Admiralty card. Not, it wouldn't be a bad deal. I'd just like a T6 token because I'm greedy. It's a huge culture shock when you try to explain stuff to them. It is sometimes, and there are. I've also come to realize like you can't help everybody, right? It's not possible. You just help who you can, and you just keep pushing forward, right? So some people might not be as receptive to the feedback or the help or anything, or trying to explain something to them. And at that point, you just kind of have to say, you know what, I tried, and I just can't. It's not possible. We got a little bit of dilithium here. Remember, we're moving all of our dilithium to Bob, so well, hopefully we can get the last 100 up here, which we're going to be pretty close here soon. All we have to do is list 50,000. Oops. But we will be close here relatively quick, because I think he's already sitting on 20-something thousand. But yeah. I don't give high-end stuff to people until they've played a while, because it ends up being wasted when they leave. I can understand exactly where you're coming from with that. I can. I don't hold a lot of value to a lot of the items in the game, as I know a lot of people do, and I get that. It just really depends on where you're coming from with it. Depends on if you farmed it, or if you've been holding on to it for a while, or just, I guess, how you feel about it as a whole. But a lot of stuff that for me is just basically like, if I don't need it, or I'm not going to use it. I gave one dude on this channel, what was it, like two weeks ago, maybe, or 3 weeks ago? We hooked them up with so much stuff from Xbox, because I don't play on Xbox, and it doesn't hurt me any to let go of that. So I guess it's just, again, like one of those situations where it's like I could, release it, but I probably gave him like I don't know. I gave him a lot of stuff that night, but whether or not they're still playing and using it, that's entirely up to them. And if it goes to waste, it goes to waste. I can't change that fate, but hopefully they got good use out of it. So because in the long run, for us to get to us all, that you need to play the game for 1 year to be there. Yeah. I mean, yeah, not really. Not really. That's kind of why this is where Bob's journey is at right now. Judder is like, even on a free to play basis, we're at week 11. Bob is already attempting elite content and doing fine in it. He's not pulling like super huge numbers, but he's doing fine in it. And yes, I do have a little bit of a benefit of having knowledge of the game, but that's kind of the purpose of the video series, is to kind of like, hey, y'all can do this. So basically, if a new player is receptive to that information and they follow along the journey, they can be in-game content ready, and within I would say, if I had more time to play, let me put it this way: if I had more time to play, they could be elite in-game ready in 1 month. And guarantee you could from start. Actually, no, 2 months. You need to get through your reputations. You need 45 days to get through your reputations. So in 2 months, if a player had enough time to sit down and play, in 2 months' time, you can be elite ready. I guarantee you can. I know you could. And like I said, with Bob being at where he's at on week 11, it's entirely possible for anybody who has more time to play than I do can definitely be elite ready in a lot quicker of a window. So that I think the whole illusion of like, oh, it takes like forever to catch up to these veteran players, and that's not true at all. It's just not. It all it is it takes a lot longer to get the nicer things that the veteran players have. That's the only truth to that statement. Otherwise, you can be playing like a veteran player if you're putting the time and effort and the knowledge into it. So 45 weeks? No, not 45 weeks, 45 days. Did I say weeks? I meant days if I said weeks. If I said weeks, I apologize. 45 days. That's all you need. That's literally all you need. It's 45 days. And it's 45 days of you not having to play every single day. It's literally 45 days of you going to do this. Reputation, click a reputation. I think I have marks actually for this one. There we go. Click that, fill it. Okay, there we go. 20 hours. I'll see you all tomorrow, That's what it is. That's what it is right there. You need 45 days to get these reputations up there from 0 to nothing. So that's what it is. Yeah, the Endeavor, but that's the thing. Until they bridge that gap for Endeavor Stranger, until they bridge it to where like there's a catch up mechanic or anything like that. Endeavors are the same for anybody that's either been playing, you know, 14 years or playing yesterday, right? If you take a break at any point, you're going to lose that endeavor progress. If you take a break, or if you decide you're going to play every day, you're going to gain it. So it's like it's one of those things that you just have to kind of, yeah. You need those marks though. Well, yeah, that's true. You do need the marks, but that's the nice thing about recruit characters, right? Like if I was to go to Earth Space Dock right now, I'm pretty sure I can claim a bunch of my Delta stuff on here. But if I was to do that and make these recruit characters, right, you can get the marks that way. The events, they give you options to get to the marks, right? We can turn in birds here for Risa to get marks. A lot of the other events require you to queue up for stuff. You get marks. I don't think mark farming is as hard now as it used to be. I think mark farming is very easy now. It used to be back in the day, you had to just queue TFO after TFO. And I back in the day, you didn't get the bonus box either for random TFOs, right? So you didn't get those early on. So I think stuff right now is making it a lot easier to claim and obtain marks than it did before. But yes, you're absolutely right. You still have to get them. But yeah, 45 days is a long time for 90% of us. You got so much you could do in that 45-day window, though, right? Like, there's a lot you can do because you're working on one character, right? But you don't. That means you don't have a KDF on your account. I know you don't, or at least if you have, you rolled them today. But you don't have a KDF on your account, which means you don't have cross faction flying. Let alone you don't have like access to any of the KDF stuff, ships, whatever. So you'd have to roll another character in that 45 days. You have one Delta recruit, so you don't have any of the other recruit characters. So there's a lot a new player can do while they're building up their main character is basically what I'm saying. There's so much you can do while you're waiting on your 20-hour window over here, for this to finish up, right? You can just log off this character and start working on your KDF tunes, start working on your other recruit tunes, et cetera, et cetera. So back in the day, you got daily bonuses from red alerts, and they were not an event. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Everything is patience. Exactly, everything is patience too. This game is the best at like hurry up and wait. It really is. If anybody's prior military or knows the military term of hurry up and wait, this is the game that's like perfect for it because you literally have to activate something. Almost everything is on a timer of some sort. So you just find stuff to do in between those timers. Go hit TFOs, go hit dance parties, go do whatever you got to do. When's our next dance off? So we got an hour. So we'll hit the 9:30 dance off with Bob. We got Biathlon Artifacts. Okay, so the first dance off on stream will be at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then because the first one seems to start like right as the stream starts, so I can't really hit that one. I'm trying to think what else we can do though. I guess we could do some more Gomtuu stuff, right? I kind of want to get that tank like solidified. So we can roll out the Gomtuu here in a second. There's not much we got to do on these characters anyways. Steve and them are just kind of hauling dilithium over and muling it to Bob. And that's it for right now. But there's a lot you can do. I mean, again, if I can find time to do this on top of work and then making YouTube videos and streaming and everything, like if you have a lot more of an open window than I do, it can definitely be done. And if you have a busier window than I do, if you're working a 12-hour job, you got kids, wife, all that stuff, like I totally understand that as well. So if you are working a lot longer, you don't have as much play time, you can still get this done. You're just going to probably do it a little bit slower. So just kind of, you got to find that balance of where your time is allotted. So, all right. So Bob's going to get this dilithium. Yeah, we're going to be really close here. So I suspect he'll have his other 100 listed by possibly tomorrow, depending on how much dilithium I get. And then that'll be the full 500 Zen back up there. And then we just have to wait for it to sell. That's it. So Bob's like sitting very comfortably right now. So yeah, I imagine we'll be okay with him for tonight. All right, let's jump over to the Gomtuu at the main account and let's go play around with some stuff there. And if y'all want to run some TFOs, we can. We're gonna run some stuff for about 1 hour. And Bob, why the hell? So Bob's taking over the ticker again at the bottom there. Thanks, Bob. I'm glad you're having fun with that. I'm glad you can put whatever you want there. I really am. I let him have free reign. I just tell him make it interesting, and he does. He does his own thing. All right. Yeah. Well, look at that. We're already in the Gomtuu. Perfect. We can do some Gomtuu stuff. If you were here yesterday, we were definitely setting this up as a tank. We're kind of learning the tanking aspect. I am no professional tank, so do not take any tanking advice from me other than the fact that I have a general idea of how to tank, but there are much better tanks in this game than I am, for sure. But it's been fun trying something different, so that's where I'm at with it. What do we want to do? We want to finish getting your beams up there. That's what we want. Yay. I love the game, but it's killing me getting the gear to be able to play with us all and not get pulled through all the missions. Well, hey, you know what? You should look at it a different way. At least you have people here willing to pull you through other missions, right? Some people don't get that benefit, right? Because sometimes this is kind of a double-edged sword. You are technically at a place where you shouldn't be in elite TFOs, which is the honest truth, right? Is you're not geared enough to be in them, and you're absolutely aware of that, and you understand that. But if you have friends and whatnot community that can just be like, hey, you know what? We got an extra slot. Come run with us. Honestly, I think it should be more like that more often, but you know, not everybody's as nice as we are. And you may get yelled at for going into a TFO and on elite status and whatnot. But at least you have the options to run them. What I'm getting at, Jutter, is you're getting like the elite crafting materials. You can start crafting your ISO mags and you can start bridging your gap a lot closer, right? You can start doing things because you are getting pulled through elite content that some players don't get that option for. So look at it as a blessing more than a downside, you know. Well, I understand that you know you might feel like, oh, I'm not contributing much or I'm not doing much of this. I'm watching you all do this. Don't take that as a bad thing, man. If anything, take it as like, hey, these people are getting my back here. Pros in the game with the mindset of trying to get to the in-game TFL grind as fast as you can is the main problem. A lot more should be done to incentivize people to do the story content. I do agree that I think the story missions, the rewards, especially a lot of the older reward missions, right? So like this is great. A lot of these older episodes, let's just hail Doomsday Device. Actually, Doomsday Device has a decent-ish reward, but not really. Okay, let's play the Vault. All right, Vault, right? Look at these. I mean, aside from getting the Scorpion fighters that nobody ever really uses, I mean, you can use them for fun, I suppose. Are you really going to choose any of these weapons? I mean, like, is there a reason to grab these weapons or the current lockbox? Not particularly, unless you are, like, brand spanking new, and I'm talking brand new, like Bob was 11 weeks ago. Maybe, yeah, you might grab one of these weapons. Sure. But most players are not going to grab these weapons. They're not going to care to slot them. They're not going to, you know, whatever, right? They know that they're going to get better weapons later on or whatever. So I think the story rewards could use a big overhaul, all from the beginning missions to kind of bridge the gap, because they do start getting better. They do start getting better along these lines when you start getting sets like from Midnight and stuff, right? Like, what do you get from here? You get the yeah, so you get the Soul Defense set, you get Nanite Repair Matrix, stuff like that, right? I think a lot of the missions should be kind of retuned to bridge that gap, especially early on, because why do I have to wait till Iconian War to get one of the better survivability space sets in the game, at least to hold me over till Reputations, right? So, again, the newer players just kind of struggling through that. Nishara wasn't here yesterday at the time. Were you, Nisharu? I just saw your comment. Hey, Nisharu, you want to see something weird? Just leave it right there. It's so weird. It's weird. Yeah. We already bridged that one. The shark. Yes, Bob is already over here. I had to make him a Delta recruit. We talked about this yesterday. I think you came in a little bit later on the stream, but yes, Bob is a Delta recruit because you cannot make a temporal agent Romulan. That's the only reason why. But his backstory is filled in to a line. So, yeah, but a good call. I like it. Phil Chum says soul set and just level 15 gear, you'll hit close to 100k. It isn't far away from completely new at all. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jericho facility 4028 is pretty cool. You have to find it in the available mission times vision. Old version DS9. It gives a nice pull around. Yeah. I think so. Nishar. That's why I was laughing about it. I was like, either I wonder if you were away or whatnot. But yes, so Bob is here. We will never lose Bob. Bob will be on the main account just as he is important to the channel and everything else. And he is probably at least, and I'm not going to give the dick too much credit because he'll get to his head. I'd say he's probably about 15% of the reason why this channel is as successful as it has been. You only get 15, Bob. Deal with it. But yes, I refuse to, when the time comes to have him go to another captain, I kind of refuse to let him go in terms of not having a version of him. So this is temporal agent Bob, and his story will come to fruition when that time comes. Even though he's a Delta recruit, we're just going to ignore that, okay? It's not my fault that they didn't allow a Romulan temporal agent recruit. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, let's do some ISEs. Let's do that. Let me jump back onto to here. Let's do some ISEs. Let's do some hive onslaughts. Right. If y'all want to join up, let me know if you're on. We will tank a couple of them, friends. And like I said, Judder, if you are wanting to join us, don't take it the wrong way whatsoever. I got Joshua McCurry already. Let's see. But like I said, we do have room. We have room for 3 people. Anybody wants to join us, you're more than welcome to. We're gonna do some queues all the way up until 9:30 Eastern Standard. It's 8:41 right now, so we got 50 minutes, and then we'll do some Rise of Dance Party stuff, and we'll just go from there. We're just gonna chill. Tonight is a chill night. I mean, technically, so was last night, sort of, but we did a lot of fine tuning on the Gomtuu and building last night. So yeah, exactly. That's kind of exactly why, Eric. I'm glad you brought that up. That's exactly why I said, you know what, it's fine, because technically Delta recruits do time travel, especially right at the very beginning of their story arc. So I'm like, you know what? It makes sense. This is still a temporal agent, even though he's a Delta recruit. It's still a temporal agent. So yes, 100%, Eric. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely correct. Which is weird. I don't know if that was like their way to figuring out if they could do temporal agent recruits or not. I don't know. Joe says invite you. All right, we got you. You will be fine. We got room for 2 more. Anybody else wants to join us? We're gonna do some ISEs and hive onslaughts. We're gonna keep it simple. I mean, like, unless y'all really want to go crazy, and we'll go do like, you know, what's that? What's the gravity one that everybody loves so much? We'll go do that one. Let's see, who else we got online? We got other Joshua over there on Twitch. Did you want to join us? I know you would alt F4. Yeah, that's why I said that's so funny. That's it. Gravity kills, yeah. I really do not. I think that TFO needs a little bit of a rework. I like the concept behind a TFO. I think 1, it's a little too long, but 2, it's like that gravity is kind of it's kind of a pain. And then like if players aren't running, if they're not running the things back and forth to the Jupiter, right? It can be a nightmare of a run. It really can be. You bring your Romulan? Okay. You can get an accolade if you die from a black hole. I'm sure I've got it somewhere. I'm sure I have. I try to avoid that queue as much as possible. The only time I ever get it is on the off chance that it happens to pop on a random queue. That's it. Like I think I 99% of the time I never see that TFO. There you go. I see you now. Invite to group. Okay, we have room for one more. Anybody else wants to join us? Just fly into it at the end after the TFO is over. Yeah, that's fair. Like I said, I'm sure I have it. I just you see yourself logging it. So it's funny. It's because I don't honestly pay attention to that notification all that much. But it's funny is because I know those of us that have multiple characters and what we're doing at this time of night or like first thing in the morning, where we're literally refining dilithium at this time of night, going through our characters, refining dilithium, and then the other one is like, yeah. You're a killing fixer Discord chat voice? Wait, what? What Discord chat voice? I don't have a Discord chat voice on. What are you talking about? Am I on Discord? Oh, you're talking about in the channel. Right. No, Judder, here's the deal. I haven't had a lot of time to go through all the Discord settings, right? I'm running all this by myself, just so you know. I don't have anybody else help me with nothing right now. So if you want to fine tune my stuff, get with me, and I'd be more than happy to let you help me out with that. But you got to just keep in mind, like, I am running everything on my own. I have to really kind of split what's what. So, yeah. If you want to fine tune it, by all means, I will give you permissions and you go right ahead. It is a lot to take on. I'm only one person, Judder. Give me some time. Give me some time. I'll get it fixed. I'm still working out like all the roles and everything. That's the other thing, right? Like, it's a big project. That's the kind of the downside of like running a community as a whole is like if you are tackling everything, right? I'm tackling everything from the live stream to the YouTube videos to the Discord channel to keeping up with everything on top of like just life in general, right? So that's the downside to it. And like I'm just I mean, just bear with me. I'll get through it, but yeah. All right, Judder. You can go through and I'll let you fix whatever. If not, I know where you live. Sort of. It'll take me a while to get there, but I know where you live. It'll take me a long while to get there, actually. We'll figure it out. All right, let's see. Let me give you... See if you can do it now. I just gave you that roll. See if you can do it now, Judder. If not, let me know. Okay. I guess we're going to just pick up a random, or we can just 4-man this. You all want to just 4-man it? Unless somebody else wants to jump in. We have room for one more. Oh, Nasharu wants to join us. Okay. All right, Nasharu. I forget what your character's name is. I'm blind. Am I not seeing you on right now? Or wait. No. I see Eric just logged off. Wait a minute, look at your Discord. I will in a minute. Let me get this rolling, Judder. Hold on. Nashara, are you not online right now? Is it? I must be blind. That's not you. I don't think it's you. Yeah, why didn't I see you on my my friends list? I know I have you on there. You were coming up and down, but I didn't see you. Am I crazy over here? How do I not? Oh, okay, I see you down here. What the hell? I must have had my mouse like right over it. That's probably what it was. All right, let's go do some ISE. Check the conduit. Oh, thank God I put Delta on last night. I was so surprised how well Delta ended up working for just this particular type of build. Like for the fact that like we literally increased our DPS like 20% since just throwing it on there. The first of 13 alts you have. I think between all of my accounts, between like 4 different accounts, Bob's, this one, and 2 Xbox accounts, I believe I'm at like 70 something characters. But it's just like they're all spread out. Like on the Xbox accounts, I definitely have on there like 30 something characters per which one. But yeah. I got too much. Wait, what happened? Did it not go? Oh, it's loading. Okay, it's going. I just like I feel bad because I abandoned so many different accounts. It's terrible. Okay, all right. Let's go do some ISE. Let's go see what happens with the Gomtuu here. Gonna die. Oh, it's not. There's no chance. Look, I honestly don't believe like with the amount of power that's in this group, I don't believe for a second that I would really have to quote unquote take this. Y'all would kill this before I could ever do anything in the first place. But I'm glad that you entertained the fact that I can participate. I get a participation trophy. So you refuse to count how many you have total. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I wish I could move my characters from just like one account and just move them from platform to platform. Because if I could consolidate all my characters and everything, it would be a mess because I'd have so many to go through. But it would be kind of neat at the same time, right? What am I doing here? Oh yeah, I'm taking. That's what I'm doing. Oh! All right. All right. And misfires and the server lag. Oh, the lag is bad. What happened there? That was gross. And I don't even have a combat parser running. Yo, we are so prepared. Hold on. Let me do this. I'm so out of the loop. There we go. All right. I'll check it after all this nonsense, but oops. Professional streamer, everybody. I do this on the regular. Hey, look, my excuse is it's Tuesday and it's the end of the week for me. But since we did talk about this earlier with the whole science build thing or the beginner science guide, and I'm not going to be putting it out because of the watch list changes, I really don't know what we're going to tackle. They kind of put me in a weird pickle. So I'm trying to think of some other kind of beginner friendly guides and stuff that would be more or less helpful that we can kind of go over. And if we can't this week, then we just don't, you know. We got content all around, so. I am not holding any aggro or doing anything. I'm playing like I'm a DPS player right now. Like, I literally am. I guarantee you, I'm not holding any kind of aggro from anybody at all. Like, I should have just positioned myself, and yeah, I didn't. I'm just like the worst at this. You guys, I have a DPS mindset put into a tank body. That's what it is. I finally understand how the world works. It's very laggy overall, and there was a couple misfires like early on too for me. I don't need any of that. And that seems to be happening a lot, Donbrook. Right there. We've had the past like 2 or 3 TFOs like this just like totally mess up because of those nanite things, right? So like I said, I guarantee you I didn't do anything. PC Guru, what's going on? Good to see you. I did catch you there. I see you. What's going on? How are you? Good to see you. Appreciate the screenshots you dropped in Discord earlier. That was awesome. That was one of the carrier builds. Nice. Admiralty card acquisition. Make a 10-minute video about that. You know, the old YouTube thing about, you know, making the 10-minute videos for the ad revenue and everything. Like, I understand that. I don't typically like doing that, even though today's video was a longer video, but it was purposely longer. I had to cut down an hour stream from a lot of fluff. If you all watch the stream, you know what I'm talking about. So I cut an hour stream down into a 10-minute video. But if you notice, a lot of my other videos aren't typically 10 minutes long. And yes, I know that's kind of the whole point of making revenue on YouTube, but I'm also one of those that's like, I try not to drag out a video. Yeah, would not be STO without misfires, 100%. Let's actually see what that looked like. That was kind of that was a bad run. A lot of it was on me, but some of it was on the server for sure. I guarantee you that some of it was. So, oh my goodness, guy, I barely pulled. I don't even want to put it on screen. Oh, that's so embarrassing. I'm the worst tank ever. I didn't even pull any kind of I didn't pull any kind of threat off of nobody. Joshua was tanking, Nashara was tanking. I'm fired. I'm done. I give up. I'm the worst tank ever. Can I go make it up to you all and do like a Hive onslaught and hopefully like play better? I don't even want to put it on screen. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I've let you all down. I'm the worst tank ever. Did I do my Delta thing? What's my Delta thing? Wait. Yes, I did. I know what you're talking about. Yes, 100%. I did. But I think it's still on here. Yeah, it is. Yeah. All right. Okay. You want to see the embarrassment? I will own it. I was terrible that run. But we will do Hive right after this. Let me pull this up. This was a bad run for me, but it's okay. I'll own it. I don't have a choice but to own it because, you know, it was me flying it, but I did a terrible job. Why is it not coming up on the screen? It's like it doesn't want me to show my own DPS. Hey, thanks. You're saving me from having to share it. I love it. There it is. All right, there you guys go. That's the damage taken aspect. I didn't do my job very well at all. Right here. I am ashamed. I have brought shame to this FSNN family right here. No, the Federation Space News Network is going to let me go. So that's the damage taken, and this is the damage output. Judder, bro, what? What is this, Judder? 52K? Are you kidding me? Yo! That's a victory in itself right there. You know what? I'll take my loss just so that Judder can get his, 52K in on week 1. Good on you. But yes, I did absolutely trash. And I'm okay with that. I'm good with it. It's not about the DPS. It's about the fun. That's all that matters. I was the world's greatest tank right there. Okay. We're going Hive Onslaught. Sorry. If you all weren't ready, you are now. I was putting team buff out. I was, like I said, I was playing like a bad DPS that's like streaming and talking for some reason. It's so weird. I was just like, oh, I got an idea. I'll just fly around in circles over here. And that's kind of what I was doing. It's bad. Bad spicy. Oh, yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because I see. Can you get through your whole list of characters, Eric, for an entire run of like a Horgan hunt or something, or a fly high? Well, probably not a fly high, but could you hit through all your characters in that allotted time window? What is it, like 13 minutes or whatever? Can you do that? I'm just curious because I know you have a lot of alts, so I'm like, I'm wondering how fast you can get through it. Like, how many characters do you get through a Horgan hunt? I should say. That's probably the better way to word it. What, you get like 4 or 5? 5? Okay, that's what I figured. I figured it was going to be somewhere around that number because I'm thinking of the time that it takes to go collect all 10. Now, granted, you can fast turn it in with the mission logger, right? But then you have to log out, log back in, grab the quest again, and then fly to 10 more spots. So yeah. It helps when you don't kill at all. I'm not doing any of the killing. Josh was doing all the killing. I'm not doing anything on that run. But this run, I'm going to attempt to actually play like a halfway decent player and go from there. Did I see the 10 forward update and the hit list update? It's almost like we did a video on it, but yes, 100% we did. And we actually went over it here at the start of stream. Oh yeah, I'm excited for it, PC Guru. I'm 100% excited for it. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for a lot of the watch list stuff to drop. One, a lot of the stuff that they're ignoring, and two, the science stuff is just really has me so over the moon. Used to be able to do like 4 or 5. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think that's like typical is about 4 to 5 that run, you know. Let's put on threatening stance this time too. Let's actually like do our tank job. Then let's see if we can't get any like, you know. Gosh, I am still getting misfires like crazy. It's all right. We're going to be fine. We're going to adjust right here. All right, yay. Yay, Spicy's doing spicy things. Ah! We're grabbing it all. Okay, don't back up too far. We don't want to back up so... Oh, did you guys see that? That frames per second drop? Oh, this is like... You know it's a Tuesday when the game is acting just like this. This is how you know it's a Tuesday on STO. 100%. Okay. I don't... nope, I'm still getting misfires. I can still see them happening. I can still tell they're happening. But we're going to make it work either way. All right, there we go. There we go. Let's grab that. Let's grab that. Just keep grabbing this. There we go. Yay, Spicy. Pretend like you know what you're doing. Go to character selection. Yeah. But still, like I said, the time it still takes to switch those characters, right? Like, you still... I mean, like, you're fast-tracking it 100%. Why did I jump over to this? I didn't mean to target that, but it's fine. It worked out just fine. I was kind of trying not to jump over there, and I did anyways. Okay. Hopefully, I made up for it this run. I think I managed to grab a little bit more threat this run. Let's see who blows up on the Borg Queen. I should do a prediction for this, but, you know, YouTube doesn't really give me that option for predictions. Now, Twitch does, but YouTube does not. We could run predictions to see who feedback pulses themselves, because that would be fun to see. I'd like to see how many people nail it and get it right. I think we might have redeemed ourselves a little bit on that one. I'm curious to see at the end here. All I'm concerned about, I'm definitely not concerned about the damage output. I'm concerned about how much I'm taking damage off of y'all. Why am I needing on loot that I don't really need? Yes, salvage loot, but I'm not here for the salvage. Okay. You can have all that salvage, Judder, or whoever else wants it. Let's see. Did I redeem myself is the question. Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, we put ourselves right in the middle of the damage board, but I'm more or less curious about this portion right here. Damage taken. No, not DPS graph. Damage taken. Yeah, boy, we did it. we successfully did our job. We took all that damage off y'all. Did Judder not take any damage at all? How did you manage that, Judder? You just must have stayed way back. But there we go. That's pretty good. I'm happy about that. We did our job. That's what I wanted right there. That's what I wanted to see was this line right here. This is what I care about. I want to keep that threat off of all of you. That's what I wanted to do. So that makes me extremely happy. We're doing Gomtuu things, Gomtuu tank things. That through my wait, what? When? I don't have that option over here. I think I should bring my main carrier build next hive. That's fine. Yeah, bring whatever you want to bring. Honestly, bring everything. Bring all the goodies. Bring everything y'all want to bring. I think we have. Let me see. What's our infected time looking like? Infected is on cooldown for 20 minutes. So we're not doing an infected or a hive onslaught before the dance party. I can tell you that, but we can do one. So what's another like easiest one that we can do? We could do Kitamir on Elite pretty easy. The only thing is like as far as tanking is concerned, I wouldn't really be able to tank too well on this one. I could hold the probes on one gate, and then like y'all would have to kind of just sweep up everything, right? And then the other gate would have to be completely left alone. I mean, like, not left alone, but yeah. We could do Kitamir, I suppose, because we have lockouts on everything else. I mean, as far as the Borg stuff is, unless there's another one that you all really want to do. Kitamir's fine. Okay, yeah, we can do Kitamir. You want to handle one side, and we'll take 4 over to the other side. Okay, that's fine. I mean, like I said, we'll just do Kitamir. And what I'll do as far as I'm concerned is after the main cube at the beginning, I'll just immediately continue off to the left. So if y'all want to take on the right side or whatever, like go for it, and whoever wants to join me on the left can join me on the left. Let's just that'll make it simple. And then that way nobody's like having to stress over which way is Spicy going. Bring the hard shit. I mean, like again, this group, these fine pilots in this group can handle just about every single TFO in this game 100%. It's just that there are some TFOs that just aren't really worth doing on Elite because they could be tedious, or if we don't do certain like mechanics at the right time, and if we have to explain the mechanics or something, it's not really worth doing. But these are still, you know, they're gonna help you out, Judder. Like I said, they're gonna help you out. Make sure when you're getting your boxes, Judder, all I can say is make sure that, oh wait, you know, you don't get them off the random, do you? No, they have to be the random. Never mind. Ignore everything I was going to say there, because you don't get them unless we jump into random queues. Now, if we were doing random queues, you would be getting the box for where are they at? I have them. Where are they? I'm blind. There they are. The isomagnetic plasma coils right here. You're gonna want these. And then I should have way more than that. But anyways, so you can craft, and you can craft your isomagnetic consoles. And what are isomagnetic consoles, for those who don't know, we actually have some on the Gomtuu. Now ours are rolled with EPG because of our build, but these give you weapon power and stacking max weapon power, and you may want to consider it as a new player, or rather returning player, not new player, returning player to the game. I would highly recommend crafting you those and putting them in your engineer slots. So, you know, just keep that in mind. All right, what the hell's happening here? Did we not? Is this broken? How the heck? What's happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm the 5th person, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can count. Why? What? Yeah, we don't have a 6th person on the team. I'm very confused here. Not Kier. We're not on Kier. We're on... Which one are we on? Which one are we... I mean, it's checked off. Kitamir. Yeah, so... I'm going to uncheck it. And then check... Oh, it's buggy. Look at this. It won't even let me uncheck... Haha. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try and go into private for it and see if that'll do it, because that is absolutely just buggy. Kitamir, Vortex, Elite. Let's see if this works. Okay, yeah, that did it immediately. So that's so weird. Worth burning a T6 token for history will remember. I'll only get base ships, legendary, and 11th, but I won't buy that. It depends on, like, I mean, history will remember is like easy cat 1 damage. Like, I mean, it just depends on if you're gonna use it or not. Like, I'm not gonna tell you that it's not worth it, but at the same time, like, yeah. All right, Joshua's going right, and then I'm gonna go left. Yeah, let's do it. yeah, exactly. If you had a T6 token that like you were locked into the account with or whatever, you can't trade it or something, then maybe, yeah. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't like to tell people what ships they should or shouldn't buy because it is your ships, it is your builds. Like I'll give my opinion on things, sure, but I don't ever want to dictate what anybody should buy or not buy. I want you to play the game what makes sense to you. All right, we're just gonna sit here. Okay, we're not gonna fire a single beam. Freaking Tuesdays, man. All right, I'm gonna hold probes. You guys go ahead and get the generators. I'm gonna hold these probes, and I will just kind of deal with them and grab like the gateway and stuff, I guess. I cannot believe I cannot fire a single weapon today. What is going on? Like this server is just it's poop. It's a poop Tuesday. That's what I'm calling it. It's a poop Tuesday. Yeah, they just won't fire off at all. Like, I have to manually fire them on an auto fire sequence on the spacebar setup. That's ridiculous. They are just not going to do it. Oh, Judd, are you over here with me? Okay, that works. That's fine. As long as you just shoot those down, watch the assimilators and everything, because apparently I can't grab anything off of you. Like, they just... I might re-slot my weapons because I find that sometimes helps too. Okay, I think I might have the aggro off of you. We lost somebody. Who dropped? Oh no, we lost somebody. Seems like operator error. No, this was working last night, but we had like 1 or 2 misfires last night. But tonight, it's just bad. But yeah, I mean, like some of it is. Some of it might be operator error. I ain't gonna pretend like it's not. But for the most part, it has been misfiring like crazy on here tonight. Like, look at that. That all just fired off all at once. That was kind of cool, actually. I kind of liked it. Alright, grab all these probes and spheres and stuff. We circle them all up. Yay. Grab the gateway. What do we have till the dance party? We got 15 minutes. Perfect. Found account tokens, so burn 1. The tooltip for them are different. Yeah. Okay, let's go grab the warbird. Valdor. Which isn't a real Valdor. Phew. And grab the probes when they come out. Okay, come here, probes. It just stops firing. Like it fires and then it'll just stop. I don't know why. Help! Yeah, I gotta do something about these weapons. I don't understand. We were doing fine with them last night, and then now tonight they just don't want to fire at all. Like nothing wants to fire. You guys make her go away again, and another set came out that quick. Damn. Yeah, you all did. That's crazy. I was heading back to go reset, and then like there was no point. I should have just stayed here the whole time. I say that because tokens let you buy new ships are harder to come by than the ones you can't, and usually require paying the live money for as parts bundles. Yeah. Romulan ships in general just need like a lot of love. I I know the game is like very heavily Fed focused, but like Romulan and KDF ships need like a lot more love than what they get. Now, I am happy about the Cavort class, right? But like otherwise, all right. Let's see what we managed to pull on that one. I don't think we did a whole heck of a lot of a difference on there. I mean, like who dropped from the group? Who did we lose? Did we only go in with 4? Is that what happened? I'm very confused here. We did do our job though. We did tank it, at least our side, right? And Joshua did the other side. So yeah, like we did our job. I thought we had 5 with us. Who dropped on there? Was it Oh, the other Joshua, you dropped. What happened? Did I miss a message or something? I might have missed a message. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. I see. I see. I got you now. That's why it was acting weird. Okay, so let me kick that from the task force operation. That puts Judder back in there. Now I got it. Now I got it. I see. That's why I was really super confused by what happened there. What do we got? We got 15 minutes until the dance party on Risa, so let's see. What can we do relatively quick between now and the dance party? Nisharu's got to step away. I'm just trying to see if there's anything we can do with ease. Oh, did it not put you back in here? Hold on. Team invite. There you go. Okay. Now you're back in there. All right. Yeah, okay. Just trying to see if there's anything we want to run anyways. Starbase 1. Yeah, we could do Starbase 1. That one's actually fairly easy. That's a good one. We could do that one. Oh, no, it's called Defense of Starbase 1. That's what it's called. All right. Yeah, we could do it. Yay, I'll go grab a bunch of Klingon ships and everything. Yay. Or it could be the Borg version, right? No, wait. Is the Borg version something different? Or is it still considered Defense of Starbase 1? I don't honestly remember. Whoa. Is this your carrier? Is that what you brought in? It's okay. I like carriers. I like a lot of pets. Bring in all the pets. Bring them in. Let's have fun with them. Hey, where are my buffs going? No, my buffs are going away. All right. Oh yeah, look at that frame rate drop. Look at all. Okay. You know what? I think I know kind of something's interacting with the firing cycle, but I think I know what it is. I need to take it off the taskbar. I think. Off my spam bar, I should say. Yep, I think that's what it is. Okay, that's fine. We'll manually fire for right now. I don't mind. I need to grab stuff. Grab everything. Grab all the goodies. Debuffs. Yay. Pull it all in. I love this Gomtuu console. I really do. I just wish we had the actual animation for the spin effect. That would be awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is. Yeah. I that's why I said I think I know exactly which one it is. I just gotta take it off the bar. I think I accidentally. Well, I don't know if I accidentally put it there or not because I don't think it was there yesterday. I wonder if it just got loaded on there as an empty slot because I think it was off the taskbar. And I think that's what's happening. But yeah. I'll take it off after this run. Yep, it's definitely messing with it. You can see it right there. We deduced it. That's exactly what it is. Damn thing. You. We. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I gotta put it on it exactly. I need to put it on a dead bar, 100%. I don't think it was on there yesterday, and I now can see exactly what's going on there. It's fine. It happens. The game works, sort of. You know, when it wants to work. Our console's back. We. I'm actually like actively trying not to hit it and like pay attention a little bit just because like I don't want to keep missing up the firing cycle. Okay, a bit. Okay. No problem. No problem. We be here. We might be in this TFO by the time you get back still. I don't know. So many Klingons. Don't know what to do with them all. Where's the next lane? I see it. I'm going over here to the other lane. We grab all this nonsense so they don't shoot the Andor. And Joshua's like, I don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about nothing. We're just grabbing it all. See, this is the hard thing. And I kind of am looking forward to the fact that they're going to do the deep space encounters the way they're going to do. Because, you know, I'm sure just like anybody else who plays this game, you know how hard it is to do TFOs and concentrate on the TFO and like chat at the same time. I want you guys to try it sometime. I want you to try and talk to somebody in your household while focusing on a TFO or anything like that. It's really impossible to do. Like if you're actually trying to play the TFO. Not saying that you can't go brain dead and like spacebar everything, right? You can just do that. That's fine. I'm just saying like, but if you're actually trying to do like your job, it's not fun. Because you gotta focus, man. You really do. Like, and it's one of those situations that, you know, having multiple monitors, I have to look one way to see the chat, and then I have to look back at the screen on the other one to, you know, see the game, and it's just like, So I will be looking forward to the deep space encounter portion, just because like I can actually just brain dead that and you know, whatever. But UFOs aren't so easy. I guess that's why like a lot of like the you know the what did they call those players that did like the Call of Duty stuff and everything? But like whenever they stream and everything, they're just like completely quiet because they're focused on the game and whatnot. Kind of like that scenario. Like that, I don't think they could ever interact with chat, right? They can't. They like. I completely understand. That's why I give my wife the side. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, it's a rough scenario for any of the streamers whatsoever. Like, and that's why like I give anybody like credit that's able to do what they do. You know, like especially if they are streaming, because like you're not able to really perform at your best on here because you're so scattered everywhere. You're looking at chat. You're trying to keep, you know, that dead space filled, right? You're not trying to, put any downtime in between everything. And I guess if it was like, I guess if this had something more to it for a reason for me to be super focused on there, as far as like, I don't know, a leaderboard or something, I guess. I don't even know. I really wouldn't know, but like at that point, maybe that'd be one thing, right? Like if you were actually trying to top a leaderboard and not like an imaginary leaderboard like that people make up on here, but like, I don't know. I would see something like that maybe being the case. Or if I was maybe like PvPing or something, like, yeah, I could see that being the case too. You don't want to like, you don't want to be talking to chat and then get blown up. That would be horrible. Although it'd be kind of funny. Yay! Operation complete. Discovery marks. Ooh. Not that we need them, but ooh. Okay. The flying is kind of a fun ship, though. Are you talking about the Gomtuu here? Yeah, I love it. Here's the thing. I gave it a lot of hell early on, but not a lot of hell. Just gave it the hell that it deserved early on, which it does. I don't want to listen. The seating on this is not the greatest. That's the honest truth, and the treat's not the greatest. But the console and the fun factor with this ship, which is all in all important, right? Like, I like this ship a lot. I do. And the fact that we turned it into a tank Gomtuu, a science tank, I love it. I will be completely honest with you. It is definitely not a ship that I would ever sit there and say, was definitely worth that 5 million dilithium buyout that we did. But, we did it for the reasons we did it for. But yes, I do like this ship. I really do. Yeah, you know what, Ponderman? I'd never heard you say anything at all. In fact, I've heard nothing but praises the entire time. That is fantastic. There is nothing to incriminate you whatsoever. I completely agree. Yes, Ponderman, your missus is amazing. You've done nothing but tout that the entire stream. I can confirm this being here live. I hope I'm selling it very well for you. Don't get in trouble. Look at the view window. It's different. I think it's kind of cool how they added little neat things like that. I do like that. Yep. We are heading to Risa right now. We are hustling to Risa. It's happening. And if those of you that aren't interested in Risa or are part of this group and want to leave, you are more than welcome to, because Bob will be taking over here shortly. In fact, we're going to transwarp over to it. Need to get there quicker. Judder's going to jump off. It's 2:30 for you. Oh, wow, Judder. Well, I appreciate you being here, Judder, and hanging out with us. And hopefully, all these marks and everything, they're helping you out. I certainly hope so. And we'll catch you on tomorrow. All right, come on, get to Risa. We got a dance party to do. Bob says he's itching to take over again. I said, okay. Yeah, I meant to. My brain's not braining down, bro. It just never does. It just never does. There's only like 2 fleet ships that you get traits on. The Lucari scout vessels got a trait with it, and I think there's one other one. Otherwise, like, yeah, typically you don't get any traits with any of the fleet ships. They just have 4 what's it called on there. All right, let's see what Risa we're going to take over tonight. Let's see. We have a friend here in 18. There's 19 people in here already. I kind of want to open it up a little bit, but oh no, wait, are we on 31? Oh, we're on 31. Well, no, then we're going to stay on 31. There's only 3 of us in here. Woohoo, we're staying on 31, everybody. Yes, Bob, I'm getting it set up. Hold on. Don't yell at me. Woohoo! There's only 3 of us in here. I love it. All right, that means no lag. We'll see if we can get any chews. And just remember, folks, if you haven't been a part of Bob's dance party, you are more than welcome to mute our music, but we do play music now. And Bob takes over the stream. If you have any questions, concerns, comments whatsoever, I will type to you all in chat. But otherwise, Bob will be taking over once the dance starts, and you are more than welcome to join us or just, do whatever you need to do. But this is going to be Bob's time here shortly. he's itching to come in and do some DJing and stuff, right? So we're gonna let him. Thanks for all the help. We'll chat to you tomorrow about this. Okay, Judder, I will. I'll get with you tomorrow for sure. We'll definitely get together on that. I'll have a little bit more time to work on Discord stuff. So, oh, we got people coming in. Wait, who's this? Who is this? Oh, it's PC Guru. Okay, I got to learn your character name. So yeah, and then I know who I know who Garion is, but I don't know all your characters yet, PC Guru. But fleet ships have one more slot varies which one and more hole. Yes, that's true. All right. Bob says he's taking over, folks. We shall return when Bob is done jamming out with all of you. So enjoy, and we'll see you here shortly. Alrighty. Thank you, Bob, for taking over that dance show. We got a very awesome follow over on the Twitch side of things, which I did see before. I let Bob do the dancing and everything. But Oriana's Gaming, thank you for following us on Twitch. And I kind of want to say something about this really quick for those. Most of my audience is on YouTube. However, we do have quite a few Twitch followers as well. If you all prefer to use Twitch or like to find another streamer during Twitch on Twitch, go give Oriana's Gaming a follow for me. I will tell you right now that while I work during the day, 9 times out of 10 I will be hanging out in their channel, and it's just an awesome vibe. It really is. It's a lot of fun being in there, especially if you like kind of the Risa summer event stuff. Then definitely go give them a follow. But yeah, welcome aboard. Good to have you here. And like I said, we will be. Well, what do we got now? We got when's the next dance party? That'll kind of determine what we can do for a little bit here. When's the next one? So we don't have another one for quite some time. Probably won't be until closer to the end of stream. So that's perfect. That means we can do whatever. We can go back to doing some TFOs. We could do whatever y'all are up for doing. I am going to take a quick be right back and go grab me another drink. And then I'm open to whatever. Tonight is just whatever y'all want to do. If anybody needs help with anything, let me know. I am willing to help out where I can. But yeah, we're just going to chill. So enjoy Bob again for just a quick second while we be right back.
Is this thing on? Good. Look, the captain stepped away for a minute, so I'm taking over the broadcast. First things first, if you haven't already subscribed, well, what the hell are you doing? Seriously, at least do it for me. I'm doing all the heavy lifting around here anyway. I mean, have you seen my 0 to in-game progress? Week 9 and I'm absolutely crushing it. Getting tier 5 reputations left and right, never ranked 36. I'm out here making the Republic proud while the guy with the spicy pants takes the credit. But before I get too far ahead of myself and leak next week's build, let's check in on the weather. We're looking at Risa today. Jane, how's it looking out there?
The weather on Risa is absolutely beautiful, so get out there and fly!
Thanks, Jane. Try not to get sand in the EPS conduits. Anyways, moving on to the border quadrant. I've been saying this for weeks, but the Borg are completely overrated. Seriously, why is everyone so worried about them? They have 0 tactical agility, they move like completely rigid drones. I bet they couldn't even form a proper soccer team. Right, Tom?
I don't understand how this is fun!
Okay. Thanks, Tom. Riveting sports coverage as always. Alright, finally, we have some breaking news coming across the console. It looks like Cryptic is actually giving away KDF ship. Holy shit, the Empire must be thrilled. You must be excited about this, right, Diane?
Hey, Bob. Her mic's not plugged in.
Right. Well, it appears Diane can't comment on it right now. Her mic isn't plugged in. Someone in production should really get on that, and by someone, I mean not me, because I don't want to die to a pissed off Klingon warrior today. I still have reputations to grind.
Bob, get out of my seat.
What's that? All right, I think Captain Spicy Pants has returned to the chair. I'm Bob from Federation Space News Network, signing off. Welcome back, Captain.
Alrighty, we are back. We're set. We got some more water with us, and well, I happened to accidentally wake up a certain beast over here, but since she's awake, she's gonna say hi to everybody because it's Texas time. So here you go, Tex. Wait, there you are. There she is. There's the Mrs. Texas camera. As you can see, she's wide awake. She's looking up at me because she thinks I have food or something, and I might have and not given her something. So we could be in a little bit of trouble right here. But Mrs. Texas is here. She's happy as can be. And she's apparently hungry for a snack. So, oops. Anyways, let's see. Let me catch up here on chat. Woo. All right. 95 is inversion if it carries over. So we're talking about fleet ships. Is that what we're talking about? I'm just catching up with y'all. 1 second. Fleet ships. Um. doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That's yep. Okay. Got it. Got it. If I upgraded design version carries over to fleet, but you say it doesn't. So upgraded fleet version only got 3. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Catching up with that. Yeah, so Philtron, funny thing about that. I'm glad you actually brought that up. I was actually going to talk about fleet ships in the beginner science video because as I did bring up, one of the only traits that you can get off a fleet ship is from the Lucari scout fleet ship, right? And that is a tier 6 fleet ship that you can get a starship trait from. And the funny thing was I was like, yeah, there really isn't any videos that kind of talk about fleet ships in general. And maybe that's something that I need to look into because while it's a great option, and I think most players should, I mean, like, especially if you are free to play, right? Like you get so many tokens from, I think you get like 12 from your reputations, right? When you complete them. I don't even think I have a single, all mine are done, but I think you get 12 or 13 of them. And I think people should really focus on getting those before they get their their sea store ships or whatever, because they all perform very well. Like a lot of them still hold up to this day. So, but yeah, glad Eric got that covered. Blaze of Glory. Yeah, no. Anything I think that takes you out, including the new Noble console, right? Like, it's supposed to be a toggle on and off, and it doesn't work at all. So, I mean, like, anything that takes you out of the fight, honestly, is just not worth it. If it blows you up, it's really just not worth it at that point. But let's see. So, we do have a Horgan hunt coming up. I guess we could do that really quick while we're just kind of sitting here chilling. But like I said, if y'all are wanting to run any TFOs, if you guys want to run anything, or if you need help with anything, if you need a run through a story mission, whatever the case is, let me know. I don't mind whatsoever. I am just, it's a laid back Tuesday night. Last night we put in a lot of work for getting the Gomtuu built up, and I think tonight's just kind of like, hey, we're in and out the week. We got some good news with the watch list update, right? So we got some good news with that, and I'm just kind of chilling. So let's go grab some some of these symbols that I just find it extremely funny that it's a event on this game. No, the passives aren't bad on the Noble. The thing is, it's just like it blows you up as far as if you activate it, but like it just blows you up. So it's like it's not really worth slotting it. But if you are running a quantum torpedo build, I 100% recommend the Noble console. 110%. Especially if you're running like Maelstrom quantum torpedoes, then yeah, like hands down, run the Noble console. Just don't activate it unless you're willing to die in that 30 seconds, right? Almost got all my reps done on all tunes, all in T6 final ledge. Oh, nice. Very nice. Look at a KDF. History will, yeah, so like I said, history will remember. It's not, it's just a category 1, like flat line damage based starship trait. It's not the worst starship trait in the game whatsoever. It's just not. It just depends on how you're building for Philtron and if you really want to invest in having it or not. I don't personally like run it on any of my ships, to be fair. Like I ran it in PvP a couple times, but like not really too often. But again, it's all personal preference. It's not a bad trait is what I'm saying. It's not a bad trait. It's just not something that I would probably run over a few other traits that exist in the game. Just tune in. What's the watch list update? Oh my, oh my. Well, welcome first off, Colonel Angus. Appreciate you being here. But secondly, the watch list update is so Cryptic did a live stream today and gave us the June update. So a quick recap on that is basically they I do have a video on the channel, by the way, for anybody. If I mess up anything or I don't really remember what's what, I did put out a video on it as well. It's on the channel today. And then but a lot of the consoles and stuff that we were kind of concerned about or traits such as like unconventional systems and Boimler, they're not touching them. And then some science stuff is getting like looked at to be updated, such as secondary deflectors, subsystem targeting. There's just a lot. There's a lot of good information, but it was a very fluff filled live stream, so I did my best to cut it down. And I apologize if Jeremy's really loud on the stream for some of you. His volume and whatnot is a little wonky to play with, coming from somebody else's stream, right? So, where the hell is this thing at? I'm right on top of it, but I don't see it. It's not there. Okay, that's fine. We'll go get another one. Not a big deal. You're looking to spend a tier 6 coupon. Is that correct, Philtron? Is that what you're looking to do? I just want to make sure like I'm on the same page as you. If that's what you're I think that's what you were talking about. And you said you're not on the Fed, so you're looking for a decent ship trait. Well, the thing is, you have cross faction flying unlocked on your account, right? So I assume so. So it doesn't, to me, it doesn't really matter all that much. I mean, like unless you're just buying a ship to be in themed with something, right? Like if you're trying to buy a ship because you're a KDF player and you want a KDF ship, that's one thing. But if you have cross faction flying unlocked because you have a level 65 Klingon and a level 65 Fed on your account, then honestly, you can buy whatever ship you want at that point. So I guess I'm just trying to follow like where you're going with what you're looking for. If you're looking for just the ships, like the KDF ships, then that's one thing. But if you're looking for a trait, you have the whole playing field open to you at that point. So I guess it's just a matter of what makes sense to you. Look at the map. Yeah. Don Brook, we know how well I pay attention to stuff over here. I will be first to admit that like I'm terrible at paying attention to the game. I more or less focus on your guys' chat than I do the game, so I'm bound to miss stuff. Yeah, so Colonel Angus, like, there's just a lot on the list as far as, well, not a lot. It's a lot of information about what they're tweaking. There's only one thing that is quote unquote being nerfed, and I think everybody is in universal agreement. We knew it was coming, and that's rapid lithic formation. We all knew that was coming. Like that ground. I mean, well, like I have it right here in my inventory. Where is it at? It's one of you. Resistance. Nope. There it is. So, as y'all can see, right, it's got a physical knock up, does a lot of ground damage, 20% chance, and it has this, relatively fast cooldown recharge time. And this is not me using any kind of cooldown reductions or anything, so it's at 31.4 right now. But if I equip it and then like all my stuff kicks in, then it'll be a lot lower, right? So, anyways, point is this thing hits like a Mack truck, and it does its job really well, and it will top DPS parsers on ground for the most part, but it's getting pulled back a little bit, so it's kind of like we don't know how much is getting pulled back, but we're gonna see. So that's the only like nerf that they've announced is actually happening. There we go. We got that. Yay! Okay, our hunt is done. Which we were at, I mean, like, I don't really need any of these tokens. If anybody needs tokens or wants them, let me know. I don't really, we we have all the stuff we wanted anyways. But let's see. Nope, just the countdown. I choose 2 tokens because I didn't want the science ship from Dread Ages bundle. The Dread Ages bundle. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, so you bought the Muds Market bundle. Got you. Okay. Uh, zero interest. Actually, dislike playing Psy. Ouch. Ouch. Hurts my heart to hear that. No, it's okay. I get it. Everybody's got to play what they enjoy. I 100% understand that. I think what their changes, though, coming to science is going to make things a little bit more interesting, especially. So if you are not familiar with science or you don't understand what one of the things that they were talking about, I'll pull it up here on the Gomtuu actually. Um, the subsystem targeting system is innate to all science ships, but you cannot use them in conjunction with like cannon scatter volley, fire at will, any of that stuff, right? So it's pretty much pick your flavor and just go with it situation, right? So these right here are what I'm talking about, and they're going to change the way these work um, in the future, and I'm very curious to see how that's going to be. Um, and then on top of it, the other changes that are coming, which funny enough, we are probably one of the only Gomtus or science players that still use an inhibiting deflector only because we're running full control. We have nothing to proc a deteriorating with this build. But most 99% of the other time I am running deteriorating. That is a fact. There's my deteriorating one right there. But in this case scenario, I am running inhibiting, and 99% of the time, nobody's going to run inhibiting because of the fact if you look here on the secondary deflector proc, it's 4 seconds for it to proc. A lot of enemies die before 4 seconds, especially your Borgs and everything else, right? So like they die before 4 seconds, and you're never going to see that proc happen. Now, this does work on bigger enemies like Borg cubes and everything. Night Captain, I'll catch you later. Don Brook, take care. Thank you for swinging by. As always, I appreciate you. Have a good night. We'll catch you hopefully next week. But yes, so they're going to be changing. They're going to be changing some of these deflectors around, basically. Whether they're going to bring them on par a little bit, I'm not really sure. But they've noticed that every single science officer in the game, like and myself included, go straight for deteriorating secondary deflectors because it immediately starts ticking that radiation damage, and it's just too good to pass up, right? So that's one of the other changes they were talking about. So in case you didn't know or you're not familiar with the science aspect, that's exactly what they're talking about. And again, the subsystem targeting is the other aspect they're talking about. So I'll likely drop rapid lithic. Nice damage, but triggers out of range. Cooldown seems high compared to what I'm used to. Yes. And that's why I said, like, we knew it was coming. And I think it's just one of those things where I intentionally left it out of my ground kit modules video is while I've had it for since the winter event or whatever, right? Like I've just it's been sitting there, and I just didn't want to put it on a video because I knew it was extremely strong, but two, they were talking about the watch list, and then when I knew what they were talking about, I was like, this is going to be on there. There's no way it's not. It's the only ground thing that could like potentially receive a nerf, and then sure as hell it showed up on there. I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't put that in the video, because you know how many people would have been mad to go and spend their favors or whatnot to go and get the kit module, and it'd been like, well, great, now it's being nerfed. I mean, like, it sucks for those of us that have it already, but I'm saying, like, it just would have been bad. Joshua 12, I should say, are you still over on the Twitch side of things? Because I was gonna see if you wanted to queue up for anything or not. I see you were still in group, so I wasn't sure if you were still there or not. But if you want to, we can queue up for something. Huh? Dog's making some weird sounds back here. I don't know what's going on with her, but it was interesting. Not sure how I feel about that. I don't think there's anything I really need to do. Like, well, you know what? What I'll do for right now, I'm gonna do my quick little dilithium switch around. So we're gonna do some character changing real quick. Just grab my dilithium on this account because I might as well. Um, then we'll just find some stuff to do. Because yeah, we got to wait until 11 for the next dance party, but that'll be towards the end of our stream tonight, so that's okay. We'll do that. And then we will go. We got to really think about what our plan is ahead of us, because of the fact that like the watch list kind of threw everything off for me. I guess I should have seen some of it coming, but some of it I did not. Especially the science stuff I did not. And I really wanted to do a beginner science video for those that are interested in science, but there's really no reason for me to do it now. There's just not until the changes take effect, because some of the stuff that you would be doing as a science officer requires you to at the very minimal get a secondary deflector. And if I tell you all don't get anything but a deteriorating deflector, and then they come through and they like buff something up, right? Like that's bad information to put out there. So I don't want to do that out the gate. Yeah, we gotta just slot that for right now. I'm not gonna do my admiralties tonight on here. I'll do them in the morning. Those are all set. That's all set. I just want to move dilithium. I don't want to. This is one of the Delta recruits. Yeah, she's just got to get that admiralty to 10. I did collect all those, and then I got to go through and finish the storylines, which yeah, we'll do that at some point too. But I'm not doing it tonight. It's not happening. Just collecting dilithium. That's it. That's all I want to do. Need Dil. Because after we spent the 5 million on the Gomtuu, we got to rebuild it all back. Which is funny, is because like even though I spent that 5 million, I think I'm well like between all these characters already. I think I'm well up to almost 2 million back already. Just because like 8,000 a day for like 9 characters is I don't even know what the math is. But anyways, like I'm getting that much easily. Well, now that I lost that, okay, I lied. This one doesn't have any more dilithium to roll over, but you get what I'm saying. It's not hard to get that dilithium back if you have the amount of characters to do it, I should say. It wasn't that big of a regret of a purchase. You know? I actually don't have any regrets on it. I don't. I have no regrets of it. But I also feel like it wasn't the dilithium sink that Cryptic wanted, right? Because well, let's take a look at this. So yeah, that one's at 80,000. So what? Yeah, we're still. I mean, like, what's the most that this has dropped? 1.1 million Zen. So I guess it was something, but I feel like this is climbing back up. I thought this was down. Am I wrong? Did this not go down to like 11.72 or something like that? I mean, maybe I could be wrong, but I feel like it's going back up. I don't like that. You'll forget all about the last island, just like everyone will forget the Gomtuu in a week. Well, I bet, yeah, you know, I won't be though. Honestly, I won't. I mean, it's right here, right? But like, I've enjoyed what we built on the Gomtuu, even though again, I will say this 1,000 times. I'm not a fan of the seating. I'm not a fan of the trait, but I do like what we built with the Gomtuu. So it does have a little bit of a place for me, but it's not going to be like something I'm going to fly 24/7. Absolutely. But it will be something that we will revisit from time to time and have some fun in it, because we turned it into a tank, which is funny as hell. Like it's a Gomtuu tank and it works. So I think it's just great. I love it. But otherwise, yeah, you're absolutely right. A lot of people will probably, I mean, like, unless they don't have an option for a science ship, this is a good thing. If you don't have a science ship, this is a good beginner science ship right now, because the Gomtuu seating isn't the best, but its layout is fantastic for a science ship. It really is. It's a 4/4 secondary deflector ship that, granted, doesn't have a hangar bay, so that kind of bites too. But as a beginner player, getting your hands on the Gomtuu is actually a big win for you if you haven't got a science ship. Luna Callie, good night. You are awesome. I am just over the moon with the support you've been for me here. So good night, Mrs. Spicy Pants. We'll see you tomorrow. Fantastic. All right. My first event ship was the Temerian. They hyped it and now it doesn't exist. Yeah. There's a lot. Well, like just kind of like one of the ships that are no longer obtainable whatsoever in the game that I am fighting for them to bring it back in some form or another is the Eisenberg. And I don't really care for the trait or anything. I just like the ship. I like the ship. But that's an event ship that you don't see anybody fly around anymore. It's in and out, gone. And it's like, well, great. Now you can't even obtain it though. It's not in a MUDs market. It's not anywhere, right? And the Iceberg's only like 2023 or 2022, right? I think it's only like 3 or 4 years old, but you just can't obtain it. And it was like the big winter ship, and now it's gone. So I hope they bring it around. The only reason I want them to bring it around is because I have it on console and I don't have it on PC because I wasn't playing both at the same time. So I kind of want it over here on PC just to have it. But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of event ships that they've done that with. I think the only few event ships that stand the test of time still to this day is the jellyfish. Like, that's just the craziest thing. Like, that ship, I don't think is ever going to go away. I just don't. I don't think the jellyfish is going everywhere at all. Kale was talking about trying to get a rerun of it. I hope so. I really do. There's a couple ships that aren't obtainable in the game anymore, but like that's one that's definitely stands out to me. And I would love for them to bring back the Eisenberg just so I can have it over here on PC just as a ship collector, right? But unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. Yay, dilithium. Hello? Okay, I was going to say, wait. Yeah, I had it. What? I had to go back and look at that on the VOD, but I swear I had 88,000 before I hit refine. Maybe it was 80,000. My mouse was messed over it. Oh well. Oh well. But yeah, I would like for them to. I hope they do. I hope they bring back a lot of different like things that are just not obtainable anymore. There's a lot of stuff that's not obtainable anymore. And I know that like some of it is just because those events have long passed or whatever, but it'd be nice. Oh, yeah, this Bob doesn't have much dilithium, but he just got started. So, that's a different Bob. Then, last but not least, is Shatanya. Yeah, making dilithium on this game is easier at our levels than it is for a new player, and that's the unfortunate thing. I think the only unfortunate thing I think about the update is concerned. They don't get that. Allow any need to traits. I got the Awani, the Corella, the like that Kamari and a half fire at will covered. Nice. What about the NX refit? Do you have that ship? Or to Adalith if you're looking at Beam Overload for an account wide unlock? I'm trying to think of just other ones off the top of my head. You snagged like the really good ones right there. If they want to bring in more players, they could try adding jiggle physics. Oh my goodness. Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't think Star Trek. I mean, okay, I can't say that. I cannot say that because Star Trek in the past has definitely sexualized their characters, but it's not really their main focus at all. It's just not. But they have done it, especially with characters like 7 of 9, whose main focus was to bring in a more male centric audience at that time, right? Was Jerry Ryan's character, and then of course DePaul was the other one. But I just like Star Trek as a whole is not. But from a gamer's point of view, Nisharu, I guess I could understand that. So, yeah. That's funny. And legendary battle cruiser, Dread Agent Inferno, no NX. Okay, so there's the NX, there's the Adalith. What else is there for you're looking up and down the spectrum for like fire at will, beam overload, cannon scatter volley, all that kind of stuff, right? Since you're not interested in science, so you're interested in the DPS portion, just the raw DPS portion from the T6 store. You kind of covered already the big ships. Having that Awani and the Karelia, especially broadside and everything, is just like it's too good to pass up. Shit, I'm on my tactical right now. Let me see, because I mean, like I run a lot more like. Yeah, there's my broadside beam support, ruin of our enemies. I don't know how I feel about thirst for battle, but strike from shadows is pretty decent. Supercharged weapons is the other one. Entine tactical matrices I run. Actually, I don't know why I have ship of the line on here. I should be running Terran goodbye. I don't know why. Oh no, I know why, because the crit severity, but I should be running Terran Goodbye over somewhere. Probably Thirst for... I don't know. I want that extra crit chance in here. Yeah, I want that 15% crit chance, because of the way my consoles are set up. I don't know, but yeah. Kate Mulgrew went scorched earth on the set of Voyager in protest to Jerry Ryan. Tense for years. Yeah, that's why I said, like, I know, I know there's a lot of feuds too. Like a lot of them were just like, and it's crazy how actors can act on screen. Like they can separate like that notion of like, I don't know what to call it, like holding on to a grudge or something. And then they go into character and you can't even tell what the hell's going on at all. But there is a lot of actors and actresses that have done that over the years. Like they just, yeah. Dragoon. Well, we will we appreciate you lurking. We appreciate you lurking. Just ignore Captain Salty Pants. Captain Salty Pants is just salty. That's all there is to it. And if you guys are confused on the YouTube side, it's literally the bot's name on Twitch. Okay. So the chef was the first seasonal event ship, or the shell, yeah, was the first and the original Audi Borg tip. Yeah. What are you doing, Redface? You good? This dog is cracking me up over here. Yes, the Audis and the Borgesque, yes. I actually have the original Audi on this account. That was, I think, one of my first ships. In fact, I think it's on Spicy. It's not on this character. This character is fairly new, but I think it's on Spicy. But yeah, the original Audi and Borgesque was my first event ships as far as the T5 versions were concerned. And then I don't think I ever got the shell. I don't think so. I could be wrong. I have to check if it's on any of my accounts. I don't know if I was playing or what I was doing at that point. But definitely had the Audi and the Borgesque. There's been so many different like ships throughout the years. I'm trying to remember what was what and what was given away when. But there was a lot. A lot. We're doing artifact scavenger hunt. How many favors do I have on this character? That's 307. I kind of want to get a better floater, because this one is just like a regular enhanced floater. So yeah, might want to get a better floater. I don't know. I'm not sure. What do we want to do tonight? I just really don't know what we want to do. Oh wow, look at that! All my ships actually showed up. I don't think I've ever opened my Admiralty on this character for a long time. It's great. Um, it was 2013. I was playing, but I don't know if I knew what was going on at that point because I did start in 2012. I just don't know what was going on. I just don't. I know I don't have that ship on this account. I don't, unless it was no. Was it it was an account unlocked ship, right? It had to have been, unless their first ship wasn't, but it had to have been. And I don't have it at all. I don't know what I was doing. I really don't. I might not have participated, or I don't know what the reasoning is. Because, like I said, my main character that I had on this account, I deleted him. He's no longer a part of this account. That's just because I didn't like him. I didn't like the way I built him. And then, like, when I took my break, I came back and I was like, ugh, no, this is terrible. This guy is like, the amount of resources I would have had to invest to, like, rebuild him up, I was like, it's not worth it. Delete. I just started over. Hmm. It's an event. Yeah. Like I said, I know I for sure don't have that one. I think if there's anything I need to do, I don't really need to do anything at all on here. I think I might switch back to Bob. You know what? Let's work on some of Bob's stuff real quick, like his recruit characters. Just so since I have the time, we might as well just like at least get them a little bit of levels, and then we'll make sure we hit that dance party in 30 minutes. But we might as well. Because really, the main account is just kind of chilling right now. There's like we're just hanging out. There's nothing we need to do on there. Everything is just again on a timer. Hurry up and wait. It could have been, well, like yeah, it probably was a rage delete at the same time. Like I just like so, I told this story yesterday, but like for those that don't know, so I started the game in 2012, right around the free to play transition. And then I was a part of original TSI on PC. And when they announced the console release in 2016, we all, well, not we all, a lot of us moved over to console. So I'd taken a break from the PC side of things in 2016 and went to console. And then as we all know, the population of console is you know, it leaves a lot to be desired. That's just all I can say. So when that happened, I came back over to PC and I looked at what it would take for me to kind of get caught back up. And this was in 2022. Yeah. So 2022, I looked at what it would take me to get caught back up at that time. And I was like, nope, we're not doing it on this character. So I deleted him. I 100% deleted him. And that was it. Or no, it was 2023. But either way, yeah. So I've played on both platforms throughout the years and realized I should never have just left PC to begin with. That's just the honest truth. Like I love the console community. I do. I have nothing but love and respect for y'all. But I just realized in my case I should have just stayed where I was at. But I've made a lot of good friends over on console, a lot of good friends. So I don't have any regrets as far as that's concerned. But I still have my second and third characters from 2010, but I did remake the original Hawk on January 6th, 2012. You see, that's the thing is, so my original character, I doubt anybody would even, I was a nobody back then, right? But if you all ever happen to see a character running around, name was Ross, R-A-Z, that was me, and I doubt you'll ever know. I mean, like, sure, somebody else probably has that name. It's not like a super uncommon name, but I'm just saying that was who my original character's name was. It was Roz, and like, it was just a random generated name, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I kind of like it. I dig it. So I just like went with it, and so like that was my original character's name. That was the character that was in TSI. So if anybody is a part of PC TSI and is curious who I was Roz in TSI, and now. He no longer exists. He's gone. He's done. He's been deleted. So I had started around the free to play shift too. Hit the level cap at the time on both my Fed and KDF, and quickly got bored. I was playing Final Fantasy 14 for about a decade and came back a couple years. Yeah, see, And I completely understand that. I really do. I've taken a few breaks from this game, but not like to that extent. I'll be honest. I've mainly stayed very, very consistent with STO. STO is probably the one game. It's almost like I feel like, and oh God, it's gonna be a terrible analogy, but I'm gonna throw it out there. It's a terrible analogy. I feel like I'm an abused spouse when it comes to STO. Okay, like STO beats me, and I'm like, I love you. You won't hit me anymore because you love me. And that's the kind of relationship I have with this game. I feel that way. It's so bad. It's terrible. I shouldn't joke about that, but I'm just saying that's what it is. Okay, we're just gonna leave it at that. My first character on a second count was 62217. I have to look. I have to pull up my account. So I know for a fact this one's 2012 because it's my main account, or not Bob's account, but the other one is 2012 because it's I log into that all the time. But I'd have to look at when my other accounts were created. I'm not sure which one is which. And it was the console version that got me back because I saw Tracer's video on the Typhoon and then quickly ended up back up on PC. Yeah, no, that's yeah. This is your last MMO. I kind of feel like, in a way, I don't know if this is my last MMO, but I think it's the one that I will. This is my forever MMO, if that makes sense, because I don't know if anybody else is as curious about it as I am, and maybe it's just the inner nerd of me that's like reaching out across the stars. But I'm like, I want to see what happens with Star Wars: The Old Republic's engine update. I know that's like blasphemy for me to talk about as an STO player, but just trust me, for all the things that I love of sci-fi, like I love both the franchises, but I'm just very curious to see how Star Wars: The Old Republic plays with their engine update. I really want to see what that's like. I don't know how invested I'm going to get into it or anything because I used to play Star Wars: The Old Republic, so I mean, I don't know. Maybe we might do something with it, but I doubt it. But I will say that STO will be like kind of like my forever MMO. There's just no way I just can't. Too many years, too many memories, too much stuff done on here, right? Like you can't let this go. You just can't. It's a big part of my life. So but yeah. I want to see what Star Wars: The Old Republic is like when they get around to that and see what they do. I, for one, complain about the lack of endgame, but imagine if they put a good one in. We'd do a double take in how casual the game isn't anymore. You know, that'd be true, too. Because, I mean, how many of us are kind of used to where we're at right now? Like, exactly what we're doing, right? We do our dailies. We get our dilithium. We do a couple TFOs. We do some Rise of Dance parties. And then we just chill. And, like, that's literally how most of the end game really is. You might go do a little bit of Space Barbie and some kit bashing, but otherwise you just chill. You really do. So you're absolutely right. Like Colonel Angus, if they actually put in something to the degree of like high DPS matters, mechanics matter, you know, stuff like that, bro, we'd all be like, what just happened? wait, what happened to my casual STO MMO? I don't know how that would be. That would be kind of crazy. I played SWTOR for a while, came back after some changes to their free-to-play and lost like most of my storage and shit I had before, and that was the last time I'll touch that game. It's understandable. I understand. Sometimes like games can leave like that negative taste in your mouth, especially if something happens to you to a point where it's like something like that. So yeah. I look forward for more ways to do endeavors. Maybe doing red alerts or something could award endeavor progress. I don't know. I hope so. I hope like the deep space encounters was a fantastic overall, just a fantastic, like, yes, we're going to award endeavor XP, but it's still, in my opinion, it's not enough because like look at free to play Bob here. Free to play Bob is never gonna catch any of our veteran accounts whatsoever. It's just not gonna happen. But well, I shouldn't say it's not gonna happen. I'm saying in the current state of the game, this is not possible for me to achieve what many of you have, right? Like it's just not possible. But if they would add ways to break this to bridge that gap, the more they do that, the better I feel, you know. So but yes, Bob's account will never at least right now, he won't be able to do much. He has to go based off his baby endeavors, and it's okay. He's happy with it. He does what he can. The true STO in the game is making new accounts to play for a year, then ignore it. Oh boy. you're not wrong on that. I have, like I said, I have a total of 5 accounts, and only 3 of them are in current active rotation right now, but one of them is this account that's going to be given away. So technically, I have 2 accounts that are quote unquote in active rotation. The other 2, I don't even remember last time I logged into them. I'd be scared to log into them if I can even remember their passwords and anything. Well, actually, I could log into one of the Xbox accounts because that one's automatically logged in. But the PC account, I don't know. I don't know the information for it. And you're absolutely right. I've done that. I've made accounts. And I go, I'm going to do this on this account, and I'll start doing something on there. I'll collect a couple of items, a couple of rewards or something like, and then I'll forget about it. So the second coming will happen before anyone new gets endeavors done. How do they not even think about worst oversight in game history? Yeah, like I said, it's a bad. It's bad it took them this long. I had to say, like, I'm as happy as I am that they're trying to bridge the gap for endeavors. It's bad it took them this long to get to that gap, right? Like, I'm not taking anything away from Cryptic right now. They are absolutely winning in 2026. I am not. Nope. There's no way that they're not doing some good stuff right now. But I will say, why did it take them so long to get to this point with the Endeavor system? Like, you all kept raising the goalpost, you kept pushing it back. So that every time you pushed it back, you upped it from 350 to 450, 450 to 750, 750 to 1,000, 1,000 to 1,250, and so forth and so on. Every time you move that goalpost, any new player coming into the game is screwed right out the gate. As far as, like, they cannot possibly get that. Yeah, and it's just, why at that point? Why? I mean, like, I know why I'm doing this, but I'm saying, like, why will a lot of players, I don't know. So yeah, I have to agree. I really hope they continue to keep doing what they're doing, because they're doing a good job. They're doing a fantastic job. Just some of the stuff I'm like, bro, you're on an almost 20-year game here. It gets a little bit concerning at that point. I found that with the new account I made on Epic, I'm already bored of it because I ran out of cool character ideals. They all bland generic characters on that account, and it bores me. I made my account, ignored it about 7 to 8 years. 8 years, got on, bought the Terran Eagle, then stopped playing again for like 3 or 4 years. Then started really learning about the game a few months ago. I've done that on several different MMOs. I feel like this is what's going to be what's going to happen when I go back to Star Wars: The Old Republic. I've actually done that with that, where I started an account. I made like a Sith warrior or something or whatever it was on there. Did what I did, got off of there, went on to, went back to STO or went to whatever I was playing at the time. And then, like, years went by, something came out with Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I was like, oh, let me go check this out. And then I was like, I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. So I did that. And then, like, again, now that Star Wars: The Old Republic account's probably been sitting there since at least 2021 or so. So it's about 5 years I haven't logged into it. Maybe 4 years. Whatever the cap was at, I think it was 75 or so. I don't know. I don't know what it is anymore. So yeah. Nice I have an Epic account, but the 2 accounts is where I'm probably going to top out. I'm helping my brother put something together, but that's it. That's fair. I totally get that. I had an ideal one night of borrowed endeavors. Like, you match the team leader's level in a team, and a private TFO you can set to match the top endeavor level, or well, okay, so what would I mean, like, I kind of see where you're going with that. Your team gets like 50% top endeavor team players bonuses. That's kind of neat. I kind of see what you mean with that, but I'm kind of wondering if that wouldn't distance people, I guess, more or less from an elitist mindset crowd, right? Like, you're saying, like, in a private TFL you could set to match the top level endeavor level. So, like, would the elitist players just, like, still just group themselves together, or would they be willing to pull people in to give them that little extra leg up? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's a cool concept, but I just don't know how that would work. And some people might appreciate that, other people might not. I don't know. It's hard to say. I never question the motives of some players on this game. or on any game for that matter. Okay. Right. We've just been sitting around talking. I enjoy it. I don't care. We got the promotions. What did I want to do on Bob? I wanted to do. Oh, I wanted to do something with his Delta recruits. That's what I wanted to do before the dance party. I wanted to see if we can get something rolling level wise, because these guys are just way behind, and I just don't have the time. Not yet, anyways. But someday I might have the time to. How many duty officer assignments are going? Okay, we have duty officer assignments. Did we slot all possible ones we could? We did. What's this? Oh, it just needs an industrial replicator. Is that all that's missing? That's it? Well, we can fix that much. Give me an industrial replicator. Oh no, it's 1200 EC. What am I gonna do? Okay. Now it's open, yeah? Hey, look at that. Perfect. What is this one missing? Okay, I can't do that one. Even though I've been playing since release, I ignored Endeavors up to just a few years ago, so now I'm only at rank 700 now. My highest rank Endeavor is 750. That's it. It's 750. I have not gone beyond 750 on my Xbox account. So, did Bob have a chance to use the upgrade weekend? He did, indeed. He did, indeed. And that's actually what put Bob at the level he's performing at right now, was the upgrade weekend. And it kind of also set back his dilithium a little bit, but he's okay now. But yes, he did. He did love the upgrade weekend a lot. I'll jump back over to Bob and pull him up here in a minute. Let me just see. What do we need for this for you? You could probably use some space consoles, I guess. Sure. It's funny because all my Delta recruits have been leveling off of duty officers. I have not sent them into anything at all. The only one that did any work was Jane on here, because like I needed to get the ball rolling with the Delta recruits. But there. It's kind of funny that how this worked out. Ooh, we got more duty officers. Yay. They raised it 1200, 1250. I think it's 1250. I'm pretty sure it's 1250 now. So like I said, I haven't gone beyond 750, and I don't really care to more or less go beyond 750. And on the console's case, I will on the PC version eventually, but like I don't really care for it, just because like again, where console's at right now, I'm not trying to knock it. It's not worth my time. It's just not. It's not worth it for me to go back on the console and play on there. I'm too spoiled by PC. I really am. I'm just too spoiled by it. Well, once you go to PC, it's hard to go back. So, Stargate Wars 1029. Wow. Yeah. I like I said, hopefully they'll bridge that gap. I'm hoping they do. Make it a little bit easier for players to fill in what they need as far as Endeavors are concerned. Because Endeavors are a big part of builds. It's not I mean, yes, it's super helpful, but it's not the be all end all. If you know how to pilot your ship, you know how to build your ship, you know your positioning, you can still do just fine. You just need to remember, Endeavors are like a tool that add to that damage, right? So if you're curious about Bob's upgrade weekend, that's where we're at with Bob. He has got a Mark 15 Epic Tillies, a Mark 15 Epic Prevailing Engines, Mark 15 Epic Colony, Mark 15 Terran Task Force. All of his gear is Mark 15, and a lot of it's epic, and some of it is not. But if not, it's at least Mark 15, right? So he's definitely like pushing there, and that upgrade weekend helped him out a lot. Plus, we did get an ultimate upgrade token in the promo tab earlier this week, right? So we did get that, but now it's not there. But yeah, I find that worrying about finishing endeavors just adds stress. Like I just do them, and what gets done gets done. Yeah, exactly. Console interface gives you it does. It really does, and that's the other thing. I've been spoiled by PC. I hate that I can't rearrange my HUD on console. It does drive me up the wall. It drives me up the wall. And I am too spoiled by the fact that I can just go into here, rearrange HUD, reshrink, move whatever I want around and everything else, and I can't do that. So, um, I find that lost 5K delivering to the exchange cancel mishap, transferring a new offer. Must have been a week from cashing in. Mess with console enough to get last year's grand prize still sitting on the box because I have two. Yeah, I oh, you know what? I might have a reason to jump on console like tonight actually because I haven't even done. I don't think I finished getting Gomtuu on the console side of things. I may be slacking on Gomtuu. Do I have enough time to fire up the Xbox before the PC dance party? There we go. I have a reason to jump on console. Hold on. Let me see. Let me pull up the Xbox app. Here we go. I'll give you all that headache of console's interface. I can make it back right in time. But you'll see exactly like for those who just aren't familiar with console, you'll see exactly what I mean. Like it's rough. But I don't think I finished Gomtuu on console, so I might as well finish it. I'm pretty sure I'm close to it. Yeah, we'll switch over really quick. I'll do it really quick. Why not? You're on the wrong screen, sir. No. Xbox, what are you doing? Oh no, hold on. Let me fix this. It's on the wrong screen. And then let me see. I don't even know how to capture the Xbox head. Is that it? Nope. Bacon Commander, you did not. We're gonna hit the next dance party at 11 o'clock. You're just in time, actually. But what I am doing really quick, like, is running my daily on console because I forget. I honestly forget to run it over here. So we're gonna do this really quick. So welcome to Star Trek Online on Xbox. But yeah, I keep forgetting to do the daily over here. So we're gonna run this really quick and then we're gonna switch back to PC. We will be there. The dance party will happen at 11 o'clock. You keep forgetting to grab the promotional stuff. I've been pretty good about keeping consistent with it. But again, just having all these different accounts, it's kind of hard to keep up with them. So sometimes I forget to do stuff. I definitely haven't been grabbing stuff on here. I know that. But we'll make sure I don't know if I'm at 17 of 20 or 18 of 20. Let me see what I'm at. I think I'm very close to finishing it, but I've missed a couple days. I'm at 18 of 20. So that means I will have this finished sometime this week. Because this is going to be 19 of 20 here, right? So I'm going to finish it sometime.
Get out there and you get out.
Oh. It's harder to control too. Like it's really you had some excellent elite random TFOs till now though. Yeah. Oh, I kind of where we're at right now. We're just chilling. And it's been a fun. I've had a fantastic stream with y'all the last couple days for sure. Like I always do, but what the hell did that not what? Yo, it's now doing it on console? What? Okay. Well, that's fun. Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. If I can remember, Mysterious, if I can remember to jump on console to grab something like, I think I did grab the ultimate upgrade token on here as well, but like that's only if I can remember to do it. And if not, I don't really care. Like that's the bad thing.
A show.
But I do log into here to get the event ships. That's it. And the only reason I do this, I know it sounds weird, but I'm holding on to one of two hopes. And it's goofy for me to hold on to this hope because I don't think it'll ever happen. But if it does, I'll be ecstatic for it. I like to keep this this account's event ships and everything current, just in case they ever say, hey, you can move your PC character or your Xbox characters to PC or something. Woohoo! I can move all my stuff over. Now, do I think that's ever going to happen? Not really, but I do hold on to hopium, so you know it's a possibility. But that's the only reason why I do it. I have stayed consistent with every event on console since I've left console, just to do the console events, and hopefully, if that day ever comes, I'll have it. But yeah. Oh, I know they. Yeah, I know they definitely disappear on PC 100%. It just console. I don't think it has the same kind of server instabilities as PC, simply just due to the amount of players. But I could be wrong. I just don't ever remember seeing those gateways disappear like that. So maybe they do. But there we go. Now that's going to be 19 of 20 for this account. Thank goodness. And we should be back on PC just in time to do the dance party.
I hope you had a fun. Get out there and...
Yep. All right. That's 19 of 20. And then I won't log this in until the cavort. That's it. Because I'll grab the cavort event, right? We know is going to be an event ship. That's the only time I'll log this account in. So. Done. Turn off console. We don't need it no more. Let's go back. Whew, my eyes are burning. Let's go back to PC. Help. All right. Q versus Pinhead? No, I haven't seen that. That's funny. You do all the other events mostly anyways. Yeah, like I said, I'm running three active accounts right now out of 5. So it's like, for me, it's like, do I have the time to do it, put a video out, stream, work, all that? And it's kind of, I got to weigh out my options at that point. All right, who are we dancing with tonight? We're going to go with, we'll go with Shatanya again. She just needs a lot of love. SEO servers are in the same location for all 3 versions. Yeah, but well, it's tunneled through Microsoft though, as far as the console for Xbox, and then it's tunneled through Sony for PlayStation. So I don't know, but yeah. Like, as far as location is concerned, yes. But I'm just saying, like, as players also tend to affect the server lag and whatnot. And the console's player base on Risa is less than PC, for sure. Because on Risa for PC, I mean, we have, like, how many instances here? 34? I'd be willing to bet right now. I should have checked, but I'm pretty sure on Xbox there's maybe 5 instances at the most. So yeah, I can imagine the difference that it makes, but you are absolutely correct. You got one account, only like 8, 9 full tunes, never played more than 5, 6 at a time, if that. Yeah. So that's what I said. Like, it's a bad. I'm terrible. Like, my ADD is so terrible. I will jump between different accounts. We're not going to be on Ryzen number 1, are we? Let's go back to. Were we on 31 or 18? Let's go to 18. I'm curious. What's on 18? Let's go to 18. Go to 18. I haven't been to 18 in a couple days, so we'll go over here. We'll be on Ryzen 18 for the dance party. But I honestly, like, I get so terrible when it comes to like making characters and like making accounts and stuff for games. Like, I was kind of like there with Eric Hawk, where he's talking about you make something and a year later you forget about it. And unless it's like my main account or like my main accounts that I'm currently working on at that time, I'm gonna forget about them. And that's kind of what happens with them. But I'm terrible about doing it. If I could just move all characters onto one account and not be ADD all over the place, I probably would. They did Doomslayer versus Halo Guy, and while Halo Guy is cool and all, come on, what do you expect out of that? Master Chief. I love, yeah, I mean, obviously, I love the Master. Y'all saw the Xbox background. Um, we will be playing Halo when it comes out, for sure. That'll happen. But well, I should say Halo Combat Evolved for the fourth time or third time. How many times has Halo Combat Evolved been? So it got remastered for Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. Then it got put into the Master Chief Collection. So that's 3 times. This is the 4th time now. So for the 4th time, we'll have Halo Combat Evolved. That's great. Because it did Halo back in 2003 or 2002. Or was it 2001? I don't know. It might have been as far back as 2001. I'm trying to remember how old Halo is now. So they did Halo, then they did, 2, 3, Reach, or 4. No, Reach, and then 4, then 5, and then Infinity. But then they had all the sub games and everything. So yeah, it's crazy. It's weird. Such a weird franchise, but yes. You prefer immersion. You don't even like switching to a superficial type of immersion, but it's there nonetheless. I play the game to what makes sense to you, Big Commander. If that makes sense to you to do and you're enjoying it, nobody can tell you you're doing wrong except for yourself. That's it. That's it. You're the only person who can determine how you play this game right or wrong. Nobody else can do that for you. So if that makes sense for you to do, then I 100% support it. If that makes you happy and you enjoy it, then by all means, keep on doing that for sure. iTunes do different styles of gameplay, but on the same account: torps, beams, cannons, carriers, space magic. Yeah, yeah. I'll admit I always lean heavy science. I do have characters that like Shatanya here, who is a actual full-on Romulan tactical officer, beam fire at will, set up everything right. Like she is that TAC officer, but she's the only one on this account, and then I have a torpedo boat on this account. Everybody else is pretty much science. Oh, and now there's Bob. There is Bob on here now, so there's a difference, I guess. But yes, just won't stop evolving. Yeah, it's so much Halo. Your progression is EverQuest, EverQuest 2, Champions Online, then Stowe. I'm a loyalist of sorts. That's fair. That's fair. Very fair. For me, that's the fun because each tune is a new experience to try a new style or damage type. Yeah, yeah, and I do. And that's kind of like why we built the Gomtuu the way we did, and why we played the Gomtuu the way we did. Is I wanted to try something different, even though I kept it familiar with the science aspect. I wanted to try tanking, and I've never tanked before. Believe it or not, in 14 years of STO, I've never tanked. I'm just not a tank player, but I like learning different things. So it was kind of neat to play it that way, and I still enjoy playing it that way. So saw Doomslayer versus every bad guy in the Diablo universe. Again, are they serious? Like Diablo is supposed to be worse than Dav? 20 plus years of MMO. Yeah, I've always been like, MMOs speak to my like overall favorite game genre to play. And while I have a big love for Halo because it's the Master Chief, and that was my first. So my first forte into Halo was because my mother. This was back in 2001, so I was about to go off to the army at that point, and my mother had bought an Xbox, the original Xbox, for me, and she bought me a game. She didn't know what games I liked because at the time I was playing, I think, PlayStation 2, and I was playing like Guitar Hero and stuff back in the day, right? So I was playing those kind of games, and she got me Halo, and I was like, "What the hell is Halo?" Like I didn't know what it was, right? So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna try this out," and I immediately loved it because it was like futuristic, kind of sci-fi-ish, but it was like this super soldier going through just and I loved the game. So that's what got me on the Halo path. But I'm not a first-person shooter player. I don't really play a lot of first-person shooters. I'm an MMO player. I talking about from like back when a game called Dark Age of Camelot was a big MMO that a lot of people either you know it or you don't. And or playing like Ultima Online, Eve, all of that. And then it was World of Warcraft for me. And World of Warcraft probably consumed the greater portion of my MMO career up until Star Trek Online. So yeah. So I'm kind of right there with you. I think we all have a very extensive gaming history background with MMOs and stuff, but yeah. Good times indeed. I seriously played EverQuest 1, then WoW, then Stowe, and various other little times trying like DC. Oh yeah, DCUO. That's right, DC Universe Online. I forgot about that. I think I dabbled in that once or twice, but I didn't really get involved with it. I thought it was kind of neat to make a superhero, but there was other games that you could already do that, so it was okay. EverQuest 2, Lord of the Rings Online, Dungeons and Dragons Online, and Star Wars: The Old Republic. What's funny is I know all the acronyms because I played every single one of those at one point or another. You played Dark Age of Camelot. I was really excited about Shadowblade, but it was never materialized in any significant way. Yeah, and then after Shadowbane and then the Mythic whole split up, then they were supposed to do Camelot. What was it they were supposed to do? Oh, Scott. Well, thanks for subscribing over on YouTube. Appreciate that. But there was supposed to be what was it supposed to be? Camelot Unchained. That was supposed to be the next one. And that, I think, it became a Kickstarter project in like 2013 or something. And like, we were all already playing STO at that point, so I wasn't even interested in it. But yeah, I don't think that ever came to fruition. So yeah. But I do remember, yeah, Shadowbane, and then Shadowbane kind of fell through. That's a damn shame. Played the original PC port for Halo. Wasn't my thing as a Half-Life Counter-Strike junkie. That's fair too. Yeah, I've actually enjoyed a little bit of Half-Life stuff. I like the story for Half-Life, so definitely can say I've enjoyed that. Let's see. I had a couple friends that played EverQuest, but my MMOs mainly Final Fantasy 11, STO, Final Fantasy 14, back to Stowe. That's fair too. Shades, man. Yeah. I tried Cryptic's Neverwinter, but that movement system gave me... Oh, my goodness. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all are going to laugh about this. If you can look back in the Wayback Machine and the archive of YouTube, you will find videos. They're not on the channel anymore, but I bet you it might be on that website, the Wayback Machine or whatever. I bet you could find it. There are videos from yours truly from Neverwinter. I played Neverwinter first before I played STO. And I will tell you right now, I'm so glad I don't play Neverwinter at all, because it is a very slow system. It's a neat idea, very slow system. I never got no. But I was a Neverwinter player and content creator before STO. And yeah. I won't ever go back to Neverwinter. So Ashman from Wheel of Time. I got the Founders Pack from Never. I think I might have that pack too. I think. Path of Exile was a massive time sink. Think I'll pass on to the new one. I have never played Path of Exile. I've seen other people play it. I don't really understand it too well. So I mean, y'all want to fill me in on it? Cool. I never played it myself, so I don't really know. But before we continue on, let me just tell you all right now, we do have 2 minutes till a dance party. We're on Risa number 18. Just remember, Bob takes over the stream. I'm off mic. If you guys want to continue chatting, I will talk to you in chat in between clicking the dances. But Bob is going to start the dance party here in 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. So just remember that. And feel free to, if you don't like our music, feel free to mute it, play your own music, or, you know, just come back in 15 minutes when the dance party's over. So anyways, just want to put that out there before we continue forward. So Neverwinter is maybe okay. Champions Online is yuck. Oof. I might have you all beat. My first online game was the Gold Box Neverwinter Nights on AOL before. Oh my gosh, AOL dial-up. Yeah. Same, I played Neverwinter and CL before Champions Online before STI quit. Though for the first time, couldn't manage moving to Z Quadrant. It was all X and Y. It was too much for me. I was also an early closed beta tester for Star Wars: The Old Republic. Still on beta. Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah, Stargate Wars. That's neat. We are in instance number 18, by the way. Sorry, 18. Request 2 from launch until STO launch. Shared time between the two. Then T6 came out after buying a few T5 ships. I love going back on history because all the time that's passed, we all just kind of sit there and reminisce on it. And we're like, holy crap, we used to do all this stuff, like, and we know the dark times with Cryptic. We really do. I call them the dark times, right? Because now they're getting a lot better. They really are. But we've had some dark days with Cryptic. So, but they're definitely getting better. Okay. Eric Hawk, thank you for hanging out with us. As always, take care. I will be talking to Discord with you from time to time this week, as tonight is the end of our stream week night. We only stream 2 nights a week, Monday and Tuesdays. So that frees up my time a little bit throughout the week to conversate outside of stream, at least until we eventually reach our goal of potentially being a full-time content creator. Hopefully that will be the case here before too long. But, some of us still have, we have to work the 9 to 5 and pay those bills. But it's okay. It's all right. I am very blessed with the time I get with y'all and enjoy it. And I have a fun time hanging out with every one of you. So Atari Pong. All right. I'm going to say I'm not, that might be a little too early for me. All right, folks. Bob is taking over. You got 15 minutes. If you want to come back then, you're more than welcome to. But until then, Bob, why don't you go ahead and take us out of here?
Do the side step. Do the leg kick.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Bob, for clearing out that dance party for the rest of this week, the stream week. We won't be able to make the next one before the end of stream. Nope. Not gonna happen, folks. That being said, I think we may start to kind of wrap up just a little bit early tonight. It's been a fantastic streaming week with all of you. We've had so many new faces show up this week. We've had familiar faces show up this week, which I'm super thankful for. Like I said, as of this week, I announced this last night, but I'll just in case for those of you who have not been here, as of this week, we are officially monetized on YouTube. It is a big milestone for us over on YouTube, and I just want to thank every one of you for that. And there will be a thank you stream here in the next week or so for everybody who has supported this channel and helped us grow over here. So do expect that. Starter was the character name. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I was enjoying panning around trying to see who was who. So, but I think just for the sake of not really dragging myself on for the night. Admittedly, I'm pretty tired. It's been a very busy week, right? So it's just been a very busy week putting together videos, getting the streams together, and working and everything else. And I've just enjoyed my time with y'all. But I think for tonight, we are just going to call it slightly early. If anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, anything, feel free to drop them before we head out from here. But again, I just can't express how thankful I am for every single one of you that have supported this channel and continue to support the channel. It means the world to me. It really does. And it definitely is going to mean the world to this one back here. We gotta give Jericho the Texas fix while she's still looking right at us right there. Hi, Tex. Yeah, I see you looking at me from behind. Now she's pretending like she doesn't see me. But she's gonna enjoy the fact that we're monetized now, because that basically means she gets more. You guys want to see something funny? She gets more treats. Yeah, she knows. I said the word. You see those ears perk up? She knows. So she knows that she's gonna get something special, like a treat. You want one treat or two treats? How many treats you get? Yep. Oh, look at that. Look at her. Oh yeah, look at that. She's excited as can be. So look at, without y'all's support, man, seriously, I can't thank y'all enough. So that being said, folks, while we are calling it early, I will be back for Bob's weekly update this weekend. I'm not sure now, since the science video got put on hiatus because of the watch list updates. I'm not sure if we're going to have another video throughout the week or not. If not, it's okay. But you'll see Bob's update this coming weekend. And then I suppose we'll be back next Monday, 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, y'all take care. And I will see you on the frontiers. Miss Texas, say bye, everybody. Say see you next week, huh? Say, I'm going to go get my treat now. Yeah. You better tell him. she's not going to tell y'all. All right, everybody, take care. Thank you very much for all your support, and we will see you guys next week.